How dare you?
Oh, yeah.
Now we're on.
Okay. Hello and welcome to session 5 of Pinnacles on Happy Jacks RPG. My name's Jason. I am your guide, and we are going to play some roles today. So, Pooja, what have you done?
You'll never find out. Hi, I am Pooja. I'm playing Sapna, who is, as we were discussing earlier, a petty bitch. That's really the thing that really matters.
I'm Sarah, and I'm playing Kit, who I don't think is a petty bitch, but is a biokineticist.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. I am Joe, and I play Brian with an H. He's learning a lot about himself and his abilities and his friends, and we'll see how he does today.
I'm Enge. I play Chainsaw the Brawler, and I am not hiding anything.
Yeah.
Who would hide things?
No, never.
In this party.
None of us. We're all open books with all the pages torn out.
Okay.
Find the pages.
Somebody used
redacted.
all of our pages to make decoupage.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
Really beautiful piece of paper mache art.
All right. So, Sarah, do you have a recap for us?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. And someday it's going to be, I was like, I want to be really together for this one. And then I forgot until we went live. So, what happened last week? So many things. We made it to the cabin. And we vibed around there for a little while. I believe that was last episode, was us exploring the cabin. Oh my god! We didn't explore it all. We just did our powers test and meeting with Green Streak. We got to talk to Green Streak, because Green Streak was there with his assistant, Rose Thorne.
With an E.
With an E.
But not what you think.
Not where you think.
That is the theme of our show.
Green Streak sat us down and explained to the party that not only was he here to see our powers and see what we did, but also to float a few ideas past us about maybe a super-powered school in this lodge that he has that, for kids who have maybe more powerful powers than they know what to do with, have a safe place to go, test them out, not feel like super alone and freaky deaky like some might have when they got their powers. And the party accepted this, took it in with different reactions. There were some suggestions, I believe, from Sapna about making this a more summer camp vibe style so that the party could potentially not be in Forks, Washington all the time, which was a concern that Brian also shared about needing to be back in Greendale. Greendale?
Green Lake.
I smashed a community for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Back in Green Lake, especially to see the sunrise, as he said later.
Make sure the sun rises.
To make sure the sun rises.
Yeah.
That bitch isn't going to get away on his watch.
No.
However, Chainsaw later, not necessarily to Green Streak, expressed that it could be good to have a full-time situation here for superpowered individuals who maybe need more of that all full-time help and care. The conversation took a few different routes and ways before we decided that, no matter what we decide on, whether teleportation comes into it so that we can get more easily in between Forks and Green Lake, that we were going to show off our powers anyway. There were a couple of conversations after that before we went to the showing off of our powers. Specifically, there was one between Sapna and Chainsaw, where Chainsaw expressed some insecurities about coming back into a super group, and also expressing that, hey, this does seem like a really good idea, but also I was part of a super group at one point, and it was bad. Bad things happened. I don't remember all the details you gave, but I remember you told Sapna that you were part of a super group.
Pretty sure I didn't give a lot of details.
Yeah. Did you say anything about their fate, or did you just say it was bad? It was bad. So that's what we have so far. Meanwhile, Brian and Kit were locked in a very, very intense discussion on how to get the Wi-Fi to work. And Sapna had a little bit of a conversation with Rose about, hey, some members of this party might not want to be super visible as a super group. So maybe just keep that in mind for a couple of people. Kit also let them both know that 2 times doesn't just have touch power. and gave some information on that. So that was very helpful. We then went out to test out our powers.
And nothing went wrong.
Nothing went wrong.
It
So
all went super duper great.
in the space of testing out the powers.
Hold on.
Yes.
I would like to ask you, you can take a minute to think, or
Yeah,
just
give it
say,
to me.
no,
Let's
thank
go.
you, I don't want to. But if I were to say, Kit, tell me how the power testing went. What would that conversation sound like? I don't know who Kit's talking to in that moment.
Right.
But in the mirror.
I think Kit would say, and then go hastily pack a bag.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what Kit would say when asked how it went. In more verbose terms of how it went, there were some very cool showing offs of powers, with Brian showing off a lot of really cool powers before descending into the lake.
I got
Because
to shoot him with a big gun.
Got to shoot him with a big gun.
Yeah.
Apparently, he doesn't necessarily have to breathe. You know, a lot of really interesting factors. Next. Was it Kit next, or was it... Yes, because Chainsaw went after Kit after...
I got to shoot Chainsaw.
Yeah, Chainsaw got shot, and Kit healed Chainsaw.
It's very cathartic and pretty.
How we show our powers is just us shooting each other with firearms.
It's a very direct, simple way to interact with superpowers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it does. And as we've known from before, Kit has accessed and discovered a certain part of the body that seems to be either the genesis of or the access to powered abilities, and is having a hard time not poking that bear. So
Now, you have been very vague in saying having a hard time not poking that part of the body, and I
Yes.
think you need to be a little bit more specific or it's
Sure.
going to get dirty.
Already
it's, it's in the spinal column right by the neck.
Brainstem.
It's in the
Brainstem.
brainstem.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
you know, very hot and heavy.
We know that spot.
So
The super
gave
spot.
a couple of platelets through on Chainsaw while they were healing him up, and Chainsaw had a burst of telekinetic energy that was not expected, that definitely freaked Kid out a little bit, but they were able to brush it off a little bit, act like nothing had happened, play ignorant, and Chainsaw then had his test of powers where he revealed to be more powerful than he had been before.
Literally twice as fast.
Literally twice as fast. Spooky.
Lost a little bit of control, but I got it.
I got it.
Got it back.
Tore up the lawn a little.
100%.
Kill your lawns, people.
Kill your lawns.
Yep. In Southern California, yes.
And then Sapna showed off her powers, and at the request of Greenstreak, discovered that she could fly with percussive sonic blasts, which was very cool.
She
Yeah.
can fly.
She can fly now.
Fly. Didn't stick the landing quite very well.
I mean,
which
she did land.
It's not.
I stuck it. I
was
stuck
your
it right on my
first
arm.
time flying. You know, you can't expect someone to make a great landing their first time flying. And Kit,
Don't know
when
who raised you.
healing Sapna, also poked that little brainstem bear and hurt Sapna a bit as her powers were extended, and was then able to hear beyond what she normally could. And then Kit said that they could not be a part of the supergroup and went and Chainsaw tried to stop them, and it was a nice, sweet conversation. Kit did progress further into the house. Then everyone got a look at what their powers were and revealed that their powers had jumped up significantly from when they had initially been tested, as in the 1 to 9 range they had all gone around a 5, and now they were all floating in the 7 and 8-ish range.
Yeah.
So
Between 7 and 8.
yeah, so lots of changes, which Greenstreak did mention was unheard of. Like, other improvements before had been half a point, I think you
Yeah.
said, Jason. So definitely outside.
But Green Streak had said that it was possible, and some other people were saying, no, it's not.
Yeah,
And
Greenstreak
here's the
believed in the
evidence.
ability to like work out,
Yeah.
like work out your power and get better at it. And now he's thinking like, I'm a genius.
Yeah, it's 4 perfect proof cases
Yeah.
of his hypothesis.
No further study needed.
No further study needed.
Sample size
Peer
4.
review?
They're all peers. We reviewed
Here's
it.
we're here. We're hanging
Yeah.
out. And I think that was right about the end.
Yeah.
Green Streak said, we want to work with you. Hope your friend's okay. Vibe. And that was where we left it.
Yeah. So there's a version of this where we can pick up right here. Personally, I'd kind of like jump us ahead a few days and be back in Green Lake. But if there's something we want to address right here, also, if we want to jump ahead and then you think of something, we could always flash back to the thing. But it seems like we would either all go home that night or early the next morning because Brian has to be back before sunrise. But you tell me, is there something we need to address here in the moment?
I feel like it would be the perfect amount of horrific awkwardness that we have the discussion that we need to have in the car on the drive home.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Yep.
I think it's
Okay.
really tense and quiet for like a full hour before that happens, but yes. This kid's just
I mean, it's
driving.
like a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like a 3-hour tour,
Yeah.
except with fewer, tropical islands.
Less Gilligan's.
It's really
Oh, wait a
good to
minute.
have this conversation while kid is driving.
Okay. So we're like not spending the night, or are we getting up at, I mean, to be back in time for sunrise, you probably shouldn't spend the night because sun comes up around, I don't know, 5 or 6, which means you're gonna have to leave at 2 a.m. and
I feel like the way that all shook out, I don't know that anyone is interested in spending the night.
yeah, didn't
Like-
really feel like it to me either.
I have a question. Has Chainsaw like briefed, I think you probably heard it, but briefed everyone on Kit being like, I can't use this anymore, and then bouncing off, or has it been like,
Okay, it sounds like we should pick up pretty much where we left off. I think we have some questions. So,
Okay.
let's say where the three of you are outside by the lake. Chainsaw and Rose have said their bit about, like, look, we're going to give you some space, figure out what you need to do. Let us know if you need anything. We're here, but, obviously do what you need to do and just let us know what you need. And they leave the three of you by the lake. So what is that situation?
I guess I come walking back after being rebuffed by Kit.
So yeah, the three of you, or the two of you, see, Chainsaw's coming back, Kit's walking back into the house, having left him behind. What's happening out here?
I think it's a good time to go.
Brian is gonna kind of look toward Kit, and he's unsure of what he's supposed to do, so he's kind of looking to Sapna, and like kind of with his eyes asking, "What do?"
Do you want to grab some? You could get Chef Cook to make us some snacks for the drive back, since we're gonna miss dinner.
Yes, that's a good idea. I will do that. That will help.
Snacks always help.
But Brian with a clear defined task
Yeah,
is a happy
Yeah.
Brian.
Brian is me. What a task.
Not just Tony's torpedoes.
Oh, uh-oh.
But
We'll have Tony's torpedoes, but also other foods.
Like burritos. Perfect road food.
No.
It's just a
This is a
tube.
lie.
No, it's perfect. You can hold it in one hand while you drive with the other and just jam it down
Not in
your
a
throat.
car with three other people.
appetizers before the torpedoes. I understand.
Sure.
Okay. All right, Brian heads in the house.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having a little bit of a trouble, not hearing things at the moment.
Yeah.
Kind of like you had a little trouble not.
Careening into the house and making it into a rubble.
I was going to say exercising your new lumberjack powers, but that too.
Yeah, the tree laying guiltily off to the side there.
Yeah. Lumberjack power is pretty good. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Hey, you flew.
I did.
It was crazy.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But,
You probably notice I'm nervously watching over my shoulder.
Um,
Yeah, let's
way across
roll out.
the fields, you have to go across the lake to the other side of the field. Well, Sapna, so you notice the Seems like Chainsaw keeps looking at the gardener, who has like parked the lawnmower, has his feet up, is smoking a cigarette, and is just like staring at the sky. Is not paying attention to you two at all, but just has like kind of pulled his hat down a little bit and is tipped down in his riding lawnmower seat. Looks very comfortable in a late afternoon vibe.
Do you want to ask him out or something?
No, I want to go. Let's go.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't spend all his time at Forks.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Let's get the fuck out of here. This amount of wholesomeness is I can't
Yeah.
handle it.
Need a little grunge.
There's so many crickets.
Did
True.
you notice like how quiet it is?
No, because there's so many crickets.
And frogs and little birdies and
Like I can literally hear a bear taking a crap 2 miles that way.
turns out they do shit in the woods.
Yeah, just for my puny ears, this is a lot of quiet. Makes me nervous. It'd be weird hearing somebody's stomach contract like that.
You don't want to know.
You're right.
Yeah, let's go. Let's grab Kit. Let's grab some snacks and get on the road.
Yes.
Where's Kit?
Kid is in the room, I guess, that they were shown to. There was like, oh, if you want to spend the night, here's the room.
Yeah, you all had your own rooms.
Yes. I've decided just now that Kid is one of those people who unpacks all of their clothing, like, into a place.
Yep.
So they're now systematically repacking everything that they unpacked, like, an hour ago.
And they brought
Getting
like twice as
everything.
many socks and underwear as they would need.
Absolutely.
And, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's packing everything up. I think they know that Heather is like on call right now, so can't answer the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they would have called her, and maybe they did, and it just went out. But
Well, do you want to have that conversation?
does she pick up?
Yeah. On call doesn't mean busy 24/7.
Yeah, very
This is
real.
Very true.
I mean, Kid turns off
Means
their
available
turns
to
off their
take phone calls, in
while
fact.
they're on call.
Yeah, but when you go to an on-call room and you're going to chill for a minute, and even if you're
100%.
going to nap, you might check your messages or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, very big.
So let's say she calls Kit because she sees there's a message or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's like in an on-call room, ready to chill.
Mm-hmm.
And what sort of context did you leave a message in? Like, because I know there was we're going to talk about this whole like feeling situation when I get back.
Yeah, yeah.
So what message did you leave her?
I think it's just sorry to do this without talking yet. Are you free? Question mark.
Okay. Yeah. And she calls back.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of like fumbles up the phone. It's like, hey, hi.
How's it going?
How's work been?
How's work been?
Roll to deflect.
Well, we can talk about work if that's what you want to talk about.
This is gonna sound really weird, but there's a part of me right now that really needs to hear that something that I do is normal and okay and operating as it should be.
I don't understand. Like, what do you mean? Like, look, I'm sorry I made this weird. And if I shouldn't have said something,
No,
I look, if I shouldn't have said it, let's just put it behind because I don't want to lose you as
Heather,
a friend.
I really fucking like you.
Oh shit.
And things are a lot more complicated right now than I really fucking like you and you really fucking like me, and I wish that it wasn't. And that was why I wanted to have a conversation with you, because I wanted to figure out what that more complicated meant.
Okay, because from my point of view, I kind of told you how I felt, and then you left town.
Yeah.
And I don't really.
I'm really sorry.
Look, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this is what I've picked up or had to infer. And so I'm happy to get an explanation other than the 15,000 ideas I've been entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Kit just like sweating a little as they were like, oh, I've made another situation more complicated. You know how when I first came to work at, and bear with me, I'm so sorry. I first came to work at the clinic and everything was like really cool and fine until I started using my powers, and then like you were one of the only people that didn't like look at me like they were afraid I was going to make their heart stop if I got too mad at them.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, look, biokinetics is scary. I get why. Okay, you don't need to hear that. Yes, I remember that.
There's more now, and I really if I didn't have any of that anymore, would you still want to go out with me?
You think I want to go out with your power?
I don't fucking know.
No. No, I think of you as an extremely talented, hardworking surgeon who cares about people and wants to help more than anything, probably to the detriment of their own health sometimes. And I respect that impulse, if not want to encourage healthy boundaries. But no, it's you. It's you. And I've not been able to say that before. When I saw you on that gurney, I had to say it. And I know the timing wasn't ideal, so I'm sorry for that. But
Honestly, I would have been able to make a better answer if I could think in that moment. Sorry, but okay.
quick pause. Do
Yeah.
we know Heather's power?
Yeah, she's a green thumb.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay.
So coffee?
That would be great.
Okay.
I mean, I'm on call through tomorrow, so after, like tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, I think I need to also schedule another appointment with the therapist, but other than that, yeah. Great.
Okay.
And I really did mean that question. How's work today?
I mean, in what regard?
Are you having a good day?
Oh, me personally.
Yeah.
A guy came in with a nail through his hand,
Yikes.
so that was weird. They put me on ER today.
What?
That's weird.
What is happening over there?
I
And
don't
then
know.
they just kind of have like a little.
Yeah. There's some
and
back
that
and
like
forth.
is helpful
yeah.
for like, and then they
Yeah,
say their
she's
goodbyes.
like trying to get permanently into pediatrics, but
Right.
there's she's also in
Residency is complicated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We've all seen Grey's Anatomy.
Yes, of course I have.
Have you not?
I haven't. I've seen
Oh.
no Grey's Anatomy.
Are you even gay?
I'm so sorry.
I started watching it, and then the pandemic hit, and I'm like, I can't watch a show where people die all the time.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fair.
Big.
That's fair. I started watching it a few years ago, like a couple years ago, and just plowed through the whole thing, got caught up. And then I was excited talking about it, and I asked Joey, who is one of the gayest people I know, which I think he would be ecstatic to hear me say that. I asked him, like, okay, so have you seen Grey's Anatomy? And he looked so offended at me that I asked him this question. He's like, how dare you?
I do feel like, though, being gay is like a pick your medical procedural
Yes,
shit,
yeah,
you know?
it absolutely
So, like,
is.
for my partner, it's House. Like, he will watch the hell out of House.
Okay,
For
okay.
me, it's Scrubs. Like, I watch
yeah,
so
okay.
much Scrubs.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I was an ER nerd back in the day.
Yep.
Very good.
Okay,
I went through my Grey's Anatomy phase.
yep.
And then, like, I don't know, like around that fourth cast change, I was like,
Sure.
I'm out.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm 100% caught up. We ran out of gas at some point, and I was like, I've seen enough. I enjoyed this experience.
And then when the pandemic hit, they went all in on the show.
Oh, yeah,
With it,
yeah,
and that just wasn't for me.
yep. Okay, so, yeah, you have some back and forth. She's having a weird day in the ER, because that's where they put her.
Right.
But she's on through, like, noon tomorrow, and then gets, like, a few days off, so
Are you sure you don't want a nap?
I will after that.
Okay.
So,
I imagine the camera goes to like outside the window, and you can just see you kind of laughing, having a good time as it kind of pulls back and away.
Yeah.
yep. Breaking the tension a little bit. Joe, is there anything we need to see with Brian in the kitchen, or is it the montage that we think it is?
Yeah, it's exactly what you picture.
Okay,
And
okay.
I want the fans to create their own montage for
Sure.
what happened with Brian in the kitchen.
Yes, yeah. Every
Brian
story is
belongs to
true.
every-
Give us
Everybody.
the animatics.
Yes.
You're the best around.
Okay, I can do it. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you're just getting a mountain of food that is like gonna make the car weigh more.
Yeah.
But there's no way the four of you could eat it in 3 hours. But yeah.
Maximum effort was put into this
Yes, excellent.
because he was told this would help.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Okay. So anything else we should do before we're in the car?
Sorry. What is Kid's favorite snack?
Is it something
Coffee.
surprisingly like really sweet, or is it like granola mix? No. I think they have like an old college thing that they really love.
I don't know why I'm leaning towards Sour Patch Kids.
It could be Sour Patch Kids. I feel like it's one of those things where Kit always talks about it, and everyone's like, "What are you talking about?" Where it's those turtle chips that you can get specifically from like Korean supermarkets that are churro flavored, and they're like, you just gotta try them, they're so good. And whenever you're like, okay, well, get me a bag, they're like, they were out this week.
Yeah.
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 I have that store near my house, by the way.
Yeah. There's a lot of those stores in Seattle, which is great. That's where I love growing up there. So the good news is Chef can make those things, but you asked that question.
Well, I asked that question because if you're cool with it, I think that's something that Brian would know.
Yeah. Kit's explained it in a surprising amount of detail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and if you could tell Chef the brand, he can think it. So,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Brian wants to be super helpful right now because he doesn't know how to have an emotional conversation. So
Sure.
this is him like, I'm going to feed you something you like and that will make feelings good.
yeah.
Big grandma energy there,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. I'm here for it. Okay. All right. So we're piling in the car.
My biggest pair of sunglasses on my.
Where is what's your pig's name?
Harley?
Harley.
Harley. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was like, oh, it can't be Harley. That's the bike now.
No, the bike's name is Dallas.
That's right. So Dallas didn't come with you, but Harley did, right?
No,
Or Harley's at
Dallas
home?
is on a trailer.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Dallas got
Yeah.
hitched.
So did Harley come with you?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. So Harley's just been rooting around.
We had a
Okay.
whole like little thing about Harley's harness and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
Harley
humor.
loves
Yep.
the nature.
Yeah. Great. Okay.
Little, and a little pen.
Cool.
Harley came back with a couple of truffles.
Yes.
How did you find?
Great. All right. So we're packing up the car. Green Streak and Rose are waiting up for. They're like helping carry stuff. Just like enormous bags of food. Like, all right, that's fine. Shep is like passed out in the
Exhausted.
kitchen, just like, okay, this is good. I did a good job.
Hard cut to the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, they're seeing you off. Thanking everybody, shaking
Shakes both of
hands.
their hands
Yeah,
and
okay.
thanks them for the opportunity still. Yeah.
Okay. And they're gonna let you know when they hear, like, part of the conversation was about like whether this teleport system, transporter thing would
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Whether they would have some sort of, like a component to their school that was more about subterfuge, and whether there was something like that would be effective. One thing that. No, I'm not gonna throw that out there yet. We'll just hold on to that.
Brian volunteers if they need a subject to test the teleport on.
Okay.
He figures he would survive everything if anything goes wrong.
Okay. Cool. All right. Anything else? Okay. So we pile in the car. We hit the road.
Making my way downtown.
We get several songs into the playlist.
And interestingly, Chainsaw knows every word of that song.
All right.
Of course.
How could you not?
Very good. Yeah. We drive.
We have awkward silence until someone breaks it. Who will it be?
Apparently it's me because I'm getting the eyes.
You're giving me the eyes. I was just giving them back.
I was just looking in a normal way.
Brian's just passing out little baggies of snacks that are personalized for everybody.
A little sandwich bag with like granola.
Yeah,
and-
he misspelled some of your
Trail
names,
mix.
but you can tell he put a lot of heart into this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Kid is
Why
definitely.
did you have time to
eating this.
decorate these?
When something's important, you make the time.
It's a beautiful sentiment.
Wait, is one of your powers creating time?
Brian kind of takes a moment to think about it. He's not sure.
Don't we all create time?
What is time?
Man,
What's time?
I think time is the friends you made along the way.
Yeah.
the real time is the way that, it's like munch, 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 and then like, so.
Who's in the front? Yeah, okay. I assumed.
Brian's in the back seat. He's always in the back seat.
Yeah.
So what the fuck did you do?
Sorry.
I mean, I wouldn't have necessarily assumed that it was just like you were doing something, but like it was more the way that you like kind of like fled after, like you felt really guilty.
Yeah, you got a couple tells.
Yeah, I never played poker. But
Argue that this was. Yeah. What?
you'd argue that this was what?
A little higher stakes than poker.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you feel? Keeping their eyes straight on the road.
I don't know. Well, personally, I felt like just it's hard to describe the feeling of being able to hear a tri-state area all of a sudden and not actually having control out of it over it.
Do you feel that way now? Do you still not have control?
It's getting better.
I sliced down a tree at 100 yards. I can't do that.
Can now.
Kind of like grips the wheel a little and then says, so I didn't bring this up before because it didn't feel relevant until a little more recently, but when I was fighting with 2 times, I died a little bit. And it didn't feel super relevant to bring up at the moment because I'm in medicine. I understand how these things work. Sometimes someone dies, you bring them back, it happens. But it was different, and I could tell that had happened because when 2 times died, there was this sound that I heard, and I realized I'd heard it before, and then when I did, I also heard that sound. And ever since then, things have, I don't know if it's connected. I don't necessarily, I can't say that with any confidence, but ever since that happened, and looks back a little bit and says, I have worked on my powers, like Green Streak was talking about. I understand that. I definitely think that people can get better at what they do, but even as I've worked on them, I've always known what they do. And they're doing things that are new and different. And the doctor, the surgeon that was working on me said that he could barely keep up with me. I'm not a body. I shouldn't be able to heal myself under anesthesia. And I heard that sound again later, and I went to help the person. And when I went to help them, after I healed them, they were more powerful. And that happened with you two too. And yeah, so that's what's been going on. So obviously,
So you're like a power amplifier.
I mean, there's no way to know exactly what it is. I just know what it's done. And obviously that's really, really fucking dangerous. So.
Yeah. And I, like, from the back, kind of put my hand on your shoulder. Say,
Tense.
yeah. Yeah, I know. It's a big deal. It's okay to be feeling like you're feeling.
Kit, will you roll stability for me, please?
Yeah, let me look at my... What is
So
my
we all run into a
stability?
tree.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Gotta keep the eye on the...
Everything's fine.
Everything's so good.
It's just
Where
pitch
is
black
my
on a mountain
stability?
road. We'll be good. We'll be
Yeah.
good.
What's stability typically under? I'm having trouble finding
Oh,
it. There it
command.
is. Okay,
Command.
I have 7 dice.
Yeah.
Ooh,
What could go wrong? Hey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 9s, baby.
Okay,
9s.
pair of 9s. Okay, so you're able to totally keep control as this hand on your shoulder. You just get this like almost picture-in-picture double vision of just the central nervous system just arcing back like electricity. It's almost like you can see his component pieces, but in the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
Right? You look up because he's just touched your shoulder, and you can just see like you're like looking through his skin
Yeah.
almost. But you're also aware that's not like nobody else would be able to see it.
No,
you know,
yeah,
you're not
yeah.
hallucinating or something.
And it's very similar to, I think, when Kit first got their powers, was
Yeah.
like that inability to turn off seeing that in people.
Yeah.
And so it's not unexpected, just
But
always startling when it is like,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that.
but
yeah.
it's in this case it's no more shocking than like a really good static zap, you know? But other than that, you know, aside from a little like, oh, Or right, okay, and you get it under control, and your powers are totally under your control, and you definitely know how they work.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that knowledge can't leave this car,
I agree.
and no one. There's no way that I can continue to use my powers in a way that won't reveal that. So,
I mean, just like massive eye roll from Sapna. Can't believe she's about to say this, but like, unless you do what you've been doing and what Green Streak is woo-wooing about back there and work to control it,
then what?
I mean,
I-
you obviously still have your healing powers.
Yeah, and I took a random woman from maybe a 1 or a 2 to a 5.
Okay. Yeah. That's really holy shit.
Wow.
Um,
You kind of glazed over that earlier.
yeah. Duh.
Yeah.
Burying the lead. But
So
unless you can you seriously tell me that for the rest of your life you'll never use your powers again? Are you kidding me?
I mean,
so real quick,
Yeah.
I have to interrupt. Where does Kit keep their phone while driving? Is it like in a holder or a
Oh yeah, because they're navigating. So I think it's like up on the
like a little like dash mount?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay. So you and Sapna, I guess backseat could probably see. Well, anyway, there's a text message from Heather that says, "Do you know a Doreen? Should I give her your number?"
Wait, doesn't Doreen have my number?
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Rewind that. Okay. Carry on. I'll figure out.
All right.
Yeah.
Kit just says, I mean, I don't know if I've ever told you all this, but I didn't even have any abilities until I was 19, almost 20, and I was really lucky that they coincided with the thing I really cared about, A, and B, that I get to do something that I really care about, and those are two things that almost nobody gets. So even without powers, I've got a pretty fucking good life.
Yeah.
Brian.
Now that, no, go ahead.
Go ahead if you have something.
Just like, I mean, outside of rubbing your golden child status in all of our faces.
Well,
Like, so that makes it okay for you to just bury your head in the sand and hope that everything will be okay for the rest of your life.
it's like a tensing of the jaw. You've definitely hit on something that they do not want to go down that road. Mm-hmm.
I want to tell you a story.
Great.
Well, I know you've heard of the Omega Sentinels. I know you somewhat as part of that group. You probably heard about its tragic ending. I was the face, and when that happened, they all died. I ran from my powers. I spent the last 20 years running. Got on bike, grew out this beard, tried to change up as much myself as possible. Just worked at cafes. There was always a moment where something happened. You know, I just tried to pass off as a regular person, flipping burgers or whatever, but there was always a time. Somebody come in with a gun or some crazy power or whatever, and I'd have to help people. And once they knew my secret, just hopped on my bike and got the fuck out of there again. And this is the first time I've ever put down roots. Can't run from it forever. I couldn't even run from it for a month at points. You gotta hold fast and sail through the storm. You gotta confront this. Learn how to deal with it. We'll help you.
If it's okay with everyone, Brian's just gonna reach towards the front. He's got a turtle chip churro flavored. He's just like holding it so you don't have to take your hands off the wheel.
Sadly reaches over.
Yeah.
Here comes the turtle chip.
And just in case I want everyone to be clear, the Omega Sentinels is like the one of the most famous supergroups of all time. It was and often trotted out as like, look at what a mistake it was to have a government run supergroup. Doesn't mean they stopped doing it, but like
We were like the new kids on the block of
Yeah.
supergroups. Like there were posters of us,
Yeah.
and we were on Tiger Beat magazine, shit like that.
yeah, all of it.
Brian kind of leans over to Chainsaw and whispers, "I always knew you were Sigma Scope. He was my favorite. I just relate to him somehow."
It's all the pantomiming.
Right.
Your secret's safe with me.
Thanks, pal. Even up there, that the gardener.
The one you had the hots for? Yeah.
Yeah, really the hots. He that was our manager back in the day. He recognized me.
Oh.
I just pretended not to know him.
Could sell the hots for him.
Mm.
It's okay. You don't have to tell us now.
I mean, it's not that it's impossible. It's just not my type. It's a little too straight. You know what I mean?
It's usually a barrier.
Mm.
What if, obviously being in supergroups is always dangerous to an extent, and I get that's what you're saying to a lot of. What if just having this means that other people could get worse, more powerful, want to kill all of you? Not even coming up against us, just want to.
I mean, kind of feels like from last week, people want to kill us already.
Sapna, I need you to roll pull and play. Or is that the one with all the hard? No, it's not hard dice.
There's now a hard dice in it.
But yeah, you don't want to use that because that only works at maximum range. So leave your hard die out.
Pair of 8s. No, wait. 2 wiggle dice, so 3 8s.
Oh, okay.
Super lucky.
So certainly because you've been recently amped up and you've been trying to like get your hearing under control, but also because you just heard this sound the other day, from somewhere way ahead of the car, like maybe a kilometer, you hear the distinctive steel on steel sound of a bolt being slid up, pulled open, a bullet being put into a chamber, and the bolt being shut, click. And it like takes that whole time for you, like, what is that weird sound? And then you're able to like pinpoint right where it is. You can't know what that person is doing, but you hear a round being chambered into a bolt action rifle.
Stop the fucking car. Stop the car. Stop the car.
Pull over immediately. Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
I'm gonna... Somebody just chambered a round.
A gun.
I mean, we're in the forest.
I'm gonna get out of the car and power up,
Okay.
Yep.
and almost like I'm trying to get between
Yeah.
them and where maybe the thing is. I don't know where it is, but
I'm gonna...
Yeah, you can. It's
when I
like
say
directly
someone,
in front of the car.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
down the road. You're on this part of the road through the woods. It's just 2-lane highway, and there's real thick evergreens on either side. But straight ahead, you can't even see where the sound is coming from because it's so far away. But you can clearly pinpoint the direction, and you can say it's that way.
Yeah.
But what's your armor value? The defense of your, or do we have to roll your defense? I think we have to roll your defense, right?
I don't know.
Can I look at it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're using your aura ability that has your defense power on it. Yeah. So let's go ahead and roll aura having fun, and you should keep your hard die in there because there's no reason not to on defense.
Okay. Am I rolling this?
Yeah.
Okay. So 6 dice, a hard die, and a wiggle die. What?
Yep. So the hard die is a 10, the wiggle die is whatever you decide later. If you roll another 10, you have to use the 10s, but that's fine. You want 10s.
All right. Well, got a pair of 4s and a pair of 8s, so I'm gonna put my wiggle die on an 8. Or sorry, pair of 4s and a pair of 1s. So, but my highest die is an 8. So pair of 8s, I guess.
Okay, you didn't roll another 10?
Hmm?
You didn't roll a 0? Okay. Do you have anything you can make a 3 of a kind with?
Yeah,
4
4s.
4s.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 4s.
All right, so we're going to do that because I've got... Oh, actually... All right, so since you're not using your hard die, you actually can squish because I have a 3 of a kind. I have 3 9s.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're going to have to either get to a 4 of a kind or a 3 of a kind that's 10, 3 10s, which I don't think you can make. So do you have the willpower to get to a 4 of a kind? It's 1 willpower per squish.
It's okay. Let's see.
Well, if you have the 3 4s already, then you only have to squish once.
Yeah, you squish them down to 3s, and you would have a 4 of a kind of 3s.
Oh, okay.
4 3s.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Great.
Cool. 4 3.
So yeah, that squishes down. You're able to
Or you just take the bullet.
interrupt the with your defensive power. I mean, that is taking the bullet, right?
Mhm.
You've like spread out your defensive ability. Also, you realize you're actually like shielding the whole road,
Oh wow.
which your power just goes like you create a wall basically, which you've not done before. And then into that, just this sniper round just goes shoo, and stops in your telekinetic field, and you can feel it coming. It's almost like this, extension of your. It's not literally your hands, but it's like you can just sort of grab this thing as it's coming. Like, oh, that's cute, and you're like levitating it in front of you.
He did a Neo from the Matrix.
Yes. No.
Very good.
So yeah, there's I think it's probably you would recognize a 50 caliber sniper round. That's from a military sniper rifle. So
Damn. The sniper means business.
you can hear it cocking again. The bolt is being run again.
I'll just ventrilo it. It's
Okay, so
Like
yeah, everyone can
everyone
hear this like
Yeah.
ping, the shell spinning out and then being loaded in another one.
Brian's gonna make himself be in the place of where he thinks the bullets are gonna be.
Okay, so you two are standing out in front of the car together. Okay.
If they're going again, shouldn't we try to get to them or
Yeah.
something? Or
like
One of us can fly.
I know. I was gonna say oh, re in combat. Like, what is the situation
Yeah,
here?
yeah. Let's
Wait till
call
they're
it-
reloading.
Let's call it an initiative. Yeah. Let's call it initiative.
oh yeah.
So. Interesting. I'll just reuse this one
Hell yeah.
that has. I don't know what's written on it. It's not really important what was written on it. I'll just
Boo.
reuse that card.
I mean,
For the-
Sapna as a character is like,
Yeah.
oh, you son of a bitch.
How would you know?
It's my turn. For the podcast, Jason just held up the card that had 2 times on it for initiative.
Okay, I mean,
It's weird
one
that I didn't
time,
throw that away.
One time, shame on you.
Yes. That's
2
2
times, shame on us. 3 times, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Pretty sure it's 3 times go fuck yourself.
Brian, your action was to put yourself in a defensive position.
Be in harm's way. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Chainsaw, you would declare next.
Do I know where this
You can hear it.
person is? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that you have the precision, but you know, like, the sound is coming from straight ahead, down the road.
Well, it's time to
Oh, okay, you're gonna sprint.
Run.
Yeah, okay.
Somebody just found out they're 8 times faster than they used to be.
Yeah. Yep.
Love that.
And let's see, I said he was about a mile away.
Kilometer.
Oh, yeah, kilometer. Yeah. And you can move a kilometer per turn now. So,
Oh shit.
yep, that's 1,200 actually meters. So, 1.2 kilometers. That's Chainsaw's turn. Is your mainly a move action, right? I mean, I'm going to have you roll for that move action because it's right at the limit of what you can move and it's new.
sure.
So we'll roll for that. Do you want to do? You should probably do a combo move and defense,
Sure.
which you'll need to roll multiple sets for that, but we'll get to that when we roll. I'll tell you what to roll. But,
Okay.
2 times is declaring to shoot the gun. I'm not going to tell you who he's aiming at because I don't think you would know that. I don't think you have a way to know that. So, Kit,
So you are running in the direction. You are in front of the car.
Body
currently?
cover. Yep. I'm trying to
Okay.
be as big as I can.
I think Kit is gonna say, Brian, get on the hood, and is going to like shift into drive so that we can follow Chainsaw.
Awesome.
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, drive with Brian as a hood owner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay,
I can kind of see around. It'll make it at least difficult.
sure. I mean, he's not physically large. I
No,
mean,
no.
he's buff.
But I mean, like, having a person on your windshield does complicate things, no matter how big or small they are. But I think I can,
I'm
like,
pretty
lift
sure
through the
we
limbs.
established Brian is canonically 15 feet high.
Just curls up and covers the entire windshield.
Yeah.
15 feet tall when standing on the car.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll be making a drive roll then.
Yes. Yes.
Because that's not a normal driving to the grocery store moment. So that's fine. Sapna?
Sapna knows how to fly now.
Sapna has flown.
Sapna knows how to fly now.
Oh, okay, my mistake.
In Sapna World.
And will happily land on the person she's assuming
It's a wild assumption for you to make.
because she's obsessed.
Yeah. Okay, so you will also want to do a multi-action, which is move and defend.
Okay.
Now, your move, I don't think we had set, or I think we were going to make it its own dice for now.
No, because we're gonna do like the useful part of Boom. Of Sonic
Yeah,
Boom.
but we don't have the points, I think, to buy a whole useful power. So,
How many would it cost?
well, it's going to increase the cost of Boom by 50%. So, how much do the dice cost now?
4, 8, and 16.
Yeah, so regular dice cost 4, so now the power is going to cost 6 per die, and we'd have to figure out the difference. So how many dice do you have in it?
Oh, Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
5 plus 2 hard dice.
Okay, but no wiggle dice?
No.
Okay, so it's 5 times 4 and 2 times 8 is 20 and 16, so it's now a 36 point. It's currently a 36 point power. Does it say that on there?
No.
It doesn't have a, maybe on the back? Didn't
No.
have a subtotal there? Okay, that's fine. I'm right. Then,
I'm like, none of this. I don't know what any of this means.
that's okay. That's okay. So then if we wanted it to be that, then it would be 5 times 6 and 2 times 12, which is, this is a great audio, right?
love
This is just
math.
audio poison. So we need to go up to a 54 point power, so it would cost 18 points to get to the difference here. Right? For 54 minus 36, it's 18.
You're looking at me as if I had...
Oh, hang on.
I just looked.
Yeah, that 54 minutes.
Feels like
yeah.
18. 18-ish
It's 18.
It is 18.
in, modern math.
I don't know what that means.
How many
No.
XPs do you have floating
14.
around? Okay. Do you want to go into debt?
I started in debt. So.
I'm happy to have you be at -4 XP, up to -10.
Oh, yes, then yes.
Okay. Great.
But I also don't know what I'm buying with it.
You are buying a third column of your Sonic Boom power, which is a useful quality.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
To fly.
Okay, so this now becomes...
So there's like a third row there that is useful, flight.
And it uses the same dice that...
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense then.
I'm really proud of myself that I figured that out on the
Yeah,
fly,
that's
to be
impressive.
honest. Like, I'm
It
like,
was massively impressive. You lost me like halfway through.
okay. I know that I did it correctly. I'm
You
looking
never
at my
had.
numbers. I'm like, yeah.
Pat yourself on the back for that one. That's a good one.
Mhm.
All right, Jason.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
It's so impressive.
Matt.
I was peeing. I don't know really what happened.
But that's why, this is why you should read Yunhan Trilogy, like the Machineries of Empire,
Machineries of Empire.
Yunhan Lee. Amazing. Perfect for Pride Month.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
There's still time.
Right? Okay. So
25th.
now you can use your dice at Sonic Boom to also fly.
Great.
So you will want to fly and defend yourself,
Mhm.
which means you will roll those dice and you have to lose one.
Which
so,
means I lose one of my hard dice.
well, unless you're telling me you don't want to use your hard dice.
Oh no. I mean, like, part of just to narratively drive this a little bit.
Actually, and there's no reason to leave them out because you could say you're applying the hard dice to your defensive roll, and the movement is the other set that you have to roll. That is actually doable.
Also, Sapna is
Man.
well, she's completely latched on to the idea that this must be 2 times because what are the fucking odds that there's another sniper literally gunning for us as we come back from Greenstreak's place?
Yeah.
And
Gunning.
yeah, like this guy is. Oh, wow. And you know what? Last time I didn't mean to kill you. Won't make that mistake again.
Okay.
Full intention.
Cool. Okay, great. So we've all declared. Brian, you don't have to roll anything for your defensive power. I
No,
might
it's
have
always
you.
on.
No, it would be like.
Acrobatics to stay on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's roll that. Chainsaw, you're gonna roll your aura power. Does it have hard dice in it?
We're having fun. I thought you said it did.
Okay, so your penalty die is gonna come out of that first. So lose the hard die. Do you have more than one?
Nope, I have a wiggle die though.
Okay, so that would come out last as a penalty die. So you're gonna roll the loose dice, and you need to get 2 matches to be able to do both things that you want to do, which is move and defend yourself. So you're rolling drive.
I've got 3 dice in it.
What could go wrong? Do you want to spend some willpower to juice that up?
Can I do that?
You could also. Okay, so here's the thing.
Also, did I get willpower from having a nice, sweet conversation with Heather?
How many points is Heather
That
on
is a
your
good
3.
question.
3? Yeah, take 3.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the deal I'll offer you.
Okay.
You could roll your power instead. End of deal offer.
How does my power work for this? Are you not telling
How
me?
would your power work for this?
Okay.
I mean, we can
Yeah.
talk this out. I know what I want it to do.
I'm
doing a
excited
physical activity.
Okay.
Your body, your power changes and or enhances how bodies work.
Right. So I like heighten my senses and my reaction times essentially.
Yeah. Because we have the useful aspect of your power has a variable effect, right? Which it means you can turn it into drive dice. You could turn it into acrobatics dice.
I love it.
Any kind of physical activity I'm open to, even if Kit doesn't really know that they can do it.
Right. I like that. I think that's spicy. Because I think that at this point, everything is so like intuitive to Kit that they're just like, oh, I'm driving.
And your adrenaline is just like, boom, you
Yeah.
know, like everything is maxed out
Cool.
on your.
I'll do it.
Okay, and
Can I just
Sapna-
request that the Sabotage by the Beastie Boys comes
Yes.
on?
Yes, as you're like going to gun it, you accidentally bump the music player and it pulls up. Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, and Sapna, you're gonna roll your power. You also need to get 2 matches, so you lose one of your hard dice. And if you roll a 10, you have to use the other hard die.
Oh, that's unfortunate. The one time I roll a power and only get 1 pair.
Well, you have a wiggle die, right? Or no, this is the one without wiggle dice. Yeah, okay. All right, so... Oh, I didn't roll.
Should probably do that,
Baby.
baby.
Well, that's not very good.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, we don't know if it's not very good for us or for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this time, I think how the spirit of the squish rules are meant to work is that you would decide if you want to squish it before I tell you what your opponent rolled. So I'm gonna do it that way today, and we'll see if it feels bad. We'll change it up.
Great.
But I think that tension is good.
Yeah.
So let's see how we go with that. I have a 3 of a kind. I'll tell you I'm acting on 3 of a kind, but I'm not going to tell you what I've rolled. So,
Okay.
does anyone beat 3 of a kind?
I have a 4 of a kind.
Oh, of course you do. You defend yourself.
Yes.
Oh no, oh yeah, you're
I'm defending the car.
but
with
you
my
also
body.
need to roll acrobatics to hang on.
That's my acrobatics roll.
Oh my god, really?
I have a wiggle dice that I'm setting to 9, and I rolled 3 9s.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I am the car.
Yes. You just reach out, grab the sides of the hood, and wait, what kind of car is this again?
RAV4.
Oh yeah, okay. You got some Brian handprints on the side.
Yeah,
That's
love
fine.
that.
I have
Using
a.
a roof rack to good effect.
True.
Well, no, he's on the hood, I think.
Yeah, like reaching up to like the front of the roof rack and like.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Uh-huh. I don't have 3 of a kind, but I'm okay with maybe not going before, so I'm keeping.
I have 3 9s for the purposes of
Okay.
initiative.
I have 3 zeros and 2 9s.
Okay. So your 10s, you probably want that to be your defense. And what did you get?
Go 5 of a kind. Push it down.
I get +1 with for initiative, so 3 9s for initiative, and then with a pair of 9s.
Okay, so that's fine. You have 9s, so you have to decide whether you want your defense or your power.
Power.
Okay, and we'll just hope he wasn't aiming at you.
Yes, also, like, once again, narratively, defense isn't strong in Sapna's consciousness
Got
right
it.
now.
Got it.
It's not at the forefront.
Okay,
You know?
so it's not surprising that it didn't. The focus didn't go there.
Yeah.
It was just blast off. Okay. All right. So yes, your
Doesn't actually
defense is able to come up right as he also got 3 10s.
Oh, shit.
So fortunately, defense is the interference roll, right? So tie goes to defense
Nice.
in that case. So you are able to just swat this out of the air, put it in your pocket, and keep running.
I'm going to shove this up his ass.
Sure. I mean, that's rude, but so
Well, also rude, shooting a 50 caliber bullet at people.
Sure,
That's
sure, yes.
Killing me, you know.
Yeah. You did die a little bit.
I died a little bit.
I mean, and we all just found out that Kit died a little bit.
Yep.
They completely glossed over that part.
Okay. But fortunately, you're able to dodge that.
Here right now. Love you.
The right, because it's an active power, then it happens before penetration and all that. So yeah, that's fine. And yeah, your 9s just mean you get there, right?
Sweet.
So you race down. I got to describe this first because he's
Yeah,
you know
do it.
half a kilometer ahead at this point. There is an old abandoned gas station, and up in the there's a great big, way too big for a gas station out here in the middle of nowhere. There's a big 76 sign, right? And up on the flat part of the 7, you can see, he's laid out, right? Totally laid out flat and aiming. And now, in the midst of, getting up as he sees you, but you're watching it in slow motion, basically. So that'll be something you can react to as you... I mean, you could jump up there. You're going so
that's the
fast.
plan.
You just leap up to meet him.
Leap up there and then do my gin and tonic middle-aged boar's head next turn.
But have you moved 10 meters?
Let me get out the grid.
Yeah. Gonna need a slide rule on this one. Okay, so yeah, you've blasted off. You even have launched up into the air, let's say, right? So your next declare can be combat, right? That's up to you. You hang onto the roof of the the hood of the car.
Yep.
How did that drive roll go?
2 8s.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you stomp on it and you're gonna get there. For the two of you, you're not gonna be able to declare a combat action,
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
but some other kind of utility. You'll be there for combat next round.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Sapna, you blast off. Your range is also extensive, but how many total dice do you have in the power?
Including the hard dice? 7.
Yeah, so that's 1,200 meters, I think. Where did I put that? I think 7, it's 1,200. Oh, 600. Okay, so yeah, you make it half of the way. But you're sailing over there, and you'll be able to... you'll at least be able to declare combat next round. So that's fine. You're certainly within range of your powers. You probably won't be able to punch him, but you're unlikely to punch him anyway. So, yeah.
With these hands.
Yeah.
I mean, I am kind of a brawler, but not in this situation.
Yeah.
That's more go down to the bar and start a fight.
Yeah. Okay, Brian.
Yes.
What would you like to declare for your next action?
Are we gonna arrive at the point next turn?
Yes.
Okay.
But you can't declare a combat
Yeah.
action. That's the only restriction.
I'm gonna focus on protecting Kit.
Okay. Great.
Do we know where 2 times bullet landed from that last hit? Or
Oh,
is
he grabbed it and put it in his pocket.
Oh, that was the first one, right?
That's the second one.
Second one.
He's got
Ooh,
both of them in his
Good
pocket.
Good job.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Once you take it out of, it's quite hot.
Throw it in my back pocket. I'm like,
Mistake. Mistakes were made.
Oh no! I have regrets.
Chainsaw. What's your action next round?
Leaping up and doing my explosion attack.
Okay, great. That's probably fine.
Him up.
2 times is declaring a purely defensive action.
Yeah.
As he's like, you've gotten there faster than he expected, apparently. Because guess what? You're faster than you used to be.
It's true. And
So-
also, he didn't see me move that fast because I believe he was unconscious at the time.
Yeah. But he,
I
oh,
mean-
He would
well,
have researched, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably
Yeah.
done some research.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pro.
Also-
Well, yeah, and if I've met him before,
Like,
yep.
back in the day.
listeners to the beginning of the last episode will know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So this is none other than One Shot, who was a component of the Omega Sentinels, or an add-on, right? Like a military addition to
Like a
Omega
tick.
Sentinel.
Boo.
Yeah.
Like a purposefully placed tick.
Who had spiked your wheel more than once, following orders, air quotes, but almost certainly knows who you are. Like, it would be a wild stretch for him to go like, wait, you're Alpha Patriot? No. So, you're declaring an attack. 2 times is declaring defense. And, Kit.
I'm still driving there, right?
Yeah.
I'm driving. I think as we get closer, I do try to reach out and sense 2 times presence, but I am not trying to connect because I'm
Well,
scared
what's
of
the
last
difference?
time. Oh wait, because my MRI. So okay, here's the thing. I have visualized success, which is just being able to like see.
Yep.
And then I have biokinesis, which is actually imposing will on
Right.
what I see.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I think just using visualized success.
All right, how many dice are in that?
6 dice and 1 wheel die.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, you can see that. You don't have to roll the drive this time.
Okay.
Because the action really is you're screeching to a halt at the gas station, right? But, Sapna?
Attack. I'm just gonna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Big.
So no,
Go big
like,
or go big.
no combined, like, defense roll or anything like that? Okay.
No. Oh.
Okay.
If I didn't think about it before, I'm sure as hell not thinking about it now.
Sure.
Now that my suspicions have been confirmed.
There is some risk that Chainsaw will be in the blast area of your attack.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Okay. That's fine.
I also do think, I don't know what Brian thinks, but I think Kit is probably one of the last ones. They don't realize that it's 2 times yet because they don't have bloodlust and they also haven't seen them yet. So, seen him.
Oh, you've never seen 2 times face.
No. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
They'll figure it out once they connect because it'll be the same feeling. They can distinguish people by that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Has anybody seen his unbroken face?
Maybe. A long time ago.
No, he was messed up when I saw him.
But like, when we did all the research,
Well, Brian would have
Oh,
known.
that's true. Yeah, you know, he's got like mug
Yeah.
shots and he's
Brian
been
would
in
know,
the system.
yeah, like-
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. All right.
Yeah,
We know what he
It's
looks
just he's far up.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was. Yeah.
like. That's fine. So we'll that means we have to cast him. How about
How old is he?
he looks 30.
Okay. Looks 30.
Mm.
I had a really stupid
Timothy.
idea. I'm not gonna say it.
what?
He gets the face-off surgery after every op.
We could just give himself
Yeah.
Yeah.
face change surgery.
He just
True.
looks like a different Nick Cage.
Yeah.
I was about
Every
to
time.
say, he's just Nick
Okay,
Cage
so
then.
30-year-old Nick Cage.
30-year-old Nick Cage.
All right. Got it.
Yes.
Got it. Nick Cage wanted to make an appearance on the show. Friend of the show, Nick
Friend
Cage.
of
Yeah.
And that's Nick Cage, yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, so just so you know, as you're like bounding up there and you're seeing him like scrambling away, like clearly surprised, he's not in the balaclava. He is in like sort of like camo and harness and like there's all kinds of weapons, right?
Tactical gear.
Yeah, but he's not he's not wearing gloves, he's not wearing mask, he's you could see his there's just a mat rolled out, like a army yoga mat. And his rifle is there, but it's not like he's on an op or something, right? He's just out here.
I was just out shooting, saw
Yeah.
y'all.
Oh, is that you?
And yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. So we have all the declarations. Let's roll our dices.
So for this power, it just says 4 hard dice. That's it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you don't have to roll. You get a 4 of a kind, and they're all 10s.
I wish I'd done something this round instead of
You
just
roll
looked.
like all the good stuff.
Oh wow, I rolled 3 pairs.
Wow.
It's
Damn.
not super helpful for what I'm trying to do.
I only rolled 1 pair, but boy did I roll it.
Really?
Yeah. I guess this time I should have done a multi-fucking action.
Oh no. Yeah, so should I. So there is a flexible rule in the book that says you could declare multi-actions afterwards if you roll multiple sets, but there's supposed to be a penalty die. So I'm open to it if your multi-action is very similar to what you were already doing. Not like, I'm going to attack him and make a martini. Like, that's weird, right?
I want to
But-
be James Bond.
Yeah, but if you wanted to,
Karate kick.
I don't know. If you want to sort of justify some sort of secondary action, I'm open to that. But it'll be reduced effect because you were supposed to have a -1 die penalty.
Fine. My dice, they're
Mocking you.
all the time.
I'm familiar with this. Okay, so we've got a 4 of a kind.
I have a 5 of a kind.
What? Okay,
I got 5 fours.
to reach out.
Just to, see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you extend your senses, and it is 1,000% the person you thought it. Well, maybe you weren't expecting, but you recognize
Yeah.
as 2 times who was on the roof shooting at you, and
There's a little like as kid is pulling up as they realize who it is.
sure.
Yeah.
Do we get like a like skid in the middle of the street kind of
For
thing?
sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, Brian, you get a chance to kind of like roll off the car as well, and
I rolled 3 10s to ready to block.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't have anything to block this time, but
I'm
that's
ready.
fine. It was a good.
Yep.
It was a good effort. So, actually, chat makes a good suggestion. I think in this case, you have pinged 2 times. You've recognized the person, and you are also 1,000% sure that he hasn't picked up on your presence.
Wow. Hell yeah.
So you are in .png,
Amazing.
but he doesn't know.
Great.
So
Yeah. And I think that there's a measure of it that this usually doesn't ping for people. I think maybe 2 times could see it because 2 times is a body and like it's very familiar with things happening.
sometimes it's
inside.
not a body.
2 times can regenerate, and so is
2 times is a biokinetic.
Yes, we are cut from the same cloth, as
Yeah.
it were. So would be able to recognize it more. But yeah, tight.
Okay. Great.
It's murdering time.
Yeah. So you're gonna blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's, let's see, 4 dice with some. I need to look at the power. I can't remember how we built it. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's over everything.
Gin and tonic, middle-aged boar's head. I'm pleased with myself.
Sandwiches.
Okay, it does have a radius effect. That's fine. You're not close to anyone else because feelings are for losers. 2 penetration. That's what I needed. Oh, speeding bullet. Uh-oh. Oh, that's fine. I am fascinated. Like, he has superhuman coordination. You need superhuman coordination to try to dodge anything with the speeding bullet effect.
Makes sense.
Engulf. That's what I wanted to make sure. It's a blast. Okay. Oh, mental strain. Take 1 stun to the head.
Right.
It's obvious, by the way. And you can only use that power once every other round. It's slow.
Right.
So, all right. There is an explosion at the top of the 76 sign. You bring up the car short as the 7 is like,
shit, yeah.
you know, like crashing into the road, but not in a dangerous way.
Right.
Or Brian slaps it out of the way. It's like, no. My defense. Oh, okay, yes, this is the value of the defense. Okay, so my defense was able to bring that down to only a pair of 10s versus him. And you can see as he is like jumping up, like trying to get away from, you know, like not even like a nice tidy backflip, just like, oh shit, like you're here way faster than he anticipated. And he was like at the extent of his range that was going to be effective, thinking like, oh yeah, I've got this. I've read all their dossiers. I know what to do. So you clearly caught him off guard. But as he's backing up, you're seeing this like almost like armadillo kind of texture to his skin as he's like rolling away. And he takes a bunch of damage. I'm not going to tell you how much, but you can see it like peels off like chunks of this armor that he's building for himself as it's growing. And he like flies off of, you know, over the 6 and lands in the trees.
Nice.
So you're also gonna probably land in a mess, but that's fine. Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend that 3 willpower to bring my width up to. So.
Well, at this point, I would not want it to go over 4 because we just did the 4 of a kind round.
Oh, okay. So we'll do it with 4s. With 4. So I'll spend 2 willpower then.
Okay. 4 4s.
No. 6s.
4 6s. Okay. And what are we doing with those? Oh, that's your blaster power. Yeah. Okay. You have a pretty good idea of where he went. You watched him tumble off backwards into the trees, and
Maybe like mid fling.
yeah. And you're not really actually going to be in range now because you can hit this cone effect past him without as he's like still in midair. Like, what is your landing going to look like? Is this like Greatest American Hero or like?
I just like because Chainsaw thinks about his goal, not the aftermath. Like jump
relatable.
Up, boom, blows up. The guy goes flying off. I'm like, yeah, uh-oh. And then there's like the station.
Yeah.
Into
Sure.
that.
Yeah. So you go like through the roof of the station. We did like the boarded up glass doors, like, you know, like crack.
There's like one of those things for cars, the lifts for cars,
Oh,
and I
sure.
like hit that ping onto the ground.
Great. Great. Love it.
Oh, you know what I should have done? I don't know if you will let me retcon it, but can I use my pair of 10s as like for the useful part to like bounce? So it's like an attack and bounce.
Oh, that's what we'll do. If you want to use a second pair after the fact, it'll cost you a willpower. Does that seem fair?
sense.
Since you didn't pay the penalty die, you pay a willpower?
Yeah.
Tight.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Good. Because I like the idea of the flexibility of it, but it's got to cost something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
no, that makes sense.
Cool. So yeah, pay a willpower, and absolutely you can. So yeah, you maintain like another like pulse to keep yourself in the air, which pretty much is going to keep you like at 600 meters because that's your maximum distance, and you have to do that. Yeah, but the range of your blast power is more than that, so that's absolutely fine. Yeah, you shoot that right. You watch where he's going into the trees, and just. And you have 4 6s to do that. Great. I'm gonna use one of these these 3 sets that I rolled. And spoiler: this villain has willpower. He's not allowed to squish dice, but he does have willpower.
Makes sense.
He is a bad guy, like not a mook.
Yes.
So he's gonna spend a willpower and apply this, so only 2 of that gets through of your 4 hits.
That's 2 to everywhere.
Yes. Which is the... Okay, yeah. So, 2 shock and 2 killing, right? I think, is what we established.
Yes.
Okay, and he just took 2 shock and 2 killing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Oh my.
Yeah, that's a lot. Hold on, please. I need to...
It's a 1-2
like,
punch.
so, with any normal person, they should be knocked out.
Right.
Just for the record.
Very possibly dead.
2...
On his way to 10.
let's see.
If it wasn't this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if I hear that little sound again before he gets back into action.
Let's do a quick free power roll.
Free power?
Or Death Rider,
Death Rider. Tight.
which listeners, Sarah has put some points into.
I
On
have.
Ooh.
It's not still not very, very
Not at my
sexy,
prompting
but-
either.
No.
Just like, hey, can I put more dice in this? I'm like, you betcha.
Jesus, but I did not get any matches for this, unfortunately.
Are they all 5 or less?
No, I have a 6, an 8, and a 10.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is often like the book kind of calls that. I don't remember the phrase, but it was like a soft success.
Okay.
So I would. What if we did like a success with a cost?
Great.
You want to pay a willpower?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Great.
Trading. It's like we're in summer camp.
You hear. I'm actually gonna message you. I don't do
Like
table
that.
secrets very often.
Except every session.
No, that's not true.
That's me.
That's not true. He likes passing.
Always note
notes.
passing.
Do you have Slack available?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on
One
me.
second.
It's on me phone.
I don't know how to explain it better than this.
Oh. My tweet didn't send.
Oh, man.
Now it's sent. That's rude. I mean, we're still live, so it's fine.
Right.
Okay. Let me know if that makes sense. We'll try to. I'll try to explain more. If it doesn't, I'll give you a
Okay.
second.
All right. Cool. That makes sense.
It does.
I feel like it.
Okay.
I feel
great.
like it makes sense.
Great.
I mean, unless.
Because you hear it now.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
I think I can vibe with this. Give me like 2 minutes, and if I still haven't gotten what I think I've gotten, then I'll let you know.
Okay. Great.
Mystery.
I know it's still a little bit of a mystery for me. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, did
but
you
we'll
reply to
find
that?
out.
What happened?
No, I just said.
Oh,
tight.
oh, okay. Something happened.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're staying in combat rounds. Brian, what would you like to declare?
I would like to make sure that Kit's okay, and if they are, I'm going to like body check this.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Monster.
see in the car, Kit's
Yeah.
totally healthy. So if you want to go charging into the woods,
I'm gonna give Kit like a look like I have to go.
And it's like wide-eyed gripping the wheel, but just manages like a.
And then Brian's gonna charge. He's going to like physically incapacitate this person,
okay?
like grapple him
All right,
down.
you can't see where he is,
But that's the intent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. All right, and chainsaw. Oh, so that just means I'm gonna have you roll with a penalty die.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm gonna.
as you're in the rubble. Of
Yes,
the gas
I'm
station.
going to. You know what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna. So if the gas station doesn't have a door on the side where that tree is that he fell into,
Doesn't anymore.
I'm going through it.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Going
fine.
through the wall.
Yeah, because that's the side. That's yeah. It's you would have to go out the front and then turn, right? To I'll do
So much
a
time.
quick
Yeah, but I
drawing.
mean, who does that?
Yeah. No.
Um.
Boom.
So
We're gonna have to call
Surprise,
Grounds Creek about
motherfucker.
this property damage.
That's the name of our team.
all right. So
Property damage, Inc.
you were all coming along this way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There's some sort of.
It's keeping you from living your life. Yeah, there you go.
I was touching it in too many places at once.
Mhm.
So yes. Pooja, do you have
I
something
got
you
what
want
you're
to share with
laughing
the
at.
class?
Have fun, go on.
Yep. Moving on.
It'll be apparent in the playback.
All right, so you crash through. You're like in the sort of mechanic section, and you need to like charge out that way because he's crashed down over
Yeah.
here. Okay, in the trees. All right, does that make sense for
That's
everybody?
how I imagined
The
it.
car is kind of skidded to a halt here. Brian's running off that way. Sapna is just up in the air, like booming, like continuous booms are happening. Oh yeah, you sonic boomed going down the street.
Oh yeah.
Birds taking off in the middle of the night. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Like EDM.
Yeah. Nobody asked for this. And
My neighbors.
yeah. Okay. Do we have a good visual of where we are? Okay. So Chainsaw, you're gonna go through the wall. That's not really an impediment for you.
Yeah.
So
And if I see them, I'm giving them the old 5-finger knuckle sandwich.
okay. So that'll also be at a penalty die just because you can't see where you're going.
Yeah.
But no biggie. 2 times may or may not be declaring an action. We'll see. Kit.
I think Kid is petrified. Because they don't want to like connect into this person legitimately, like what happened last time. So they're I don't think anything is happening with Kit this turn except like that listening, that keeping in, and this Death Rider roll,
Okay.
Yeah.
Slow means every other turn, right?
Yes.
I'm going to exercise that ridiculous range I have now.
Mm-hmm.
And Green Street can come clean up your fucking mess.
You're gonna go get Green Street? Oh no, just tell him. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's funny. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna call Green Street and be like, what the hell? No need.
Okay.
I mean, like, it's not so much that I'm coming at it from like, this is all your fault. Except, how many times? How many times is this asshole just going to slip through your fingers?
I mean-
you assured us
Green Street isn't
He was
operating the prison system.
Yeah.
he personally assured us that it was all taken
All
care
right.
of
And he was
multiple
being
times.
kept.
That's fine.
This guy was being kept in a like.
Unconscious and
Yeah.
yeah.
And his powers were being dampened, and yada yada yada. You lying sack of shit. Come over here and deal with the mess that you didn't clean up the first time.
Yeah.
It sounds like
It's very
exactly
fair.
that from that you sack of shit. Sounds like probably the message that went through.
Yep.
Love that.
Okay.
It's very Sapna.
Okay. Then he'll be able to declare an action next round. Okay. You don't have to roll anything. You need to roll your Death Rider.
Roll it again? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
So I know that 2 times his power. This is where I'm like, oh, now that Sapna can take a breath, do I need to defend?
Mm-hmm.
So
You want a multi-action?
yeah.
Okay. The problem there is you want to use your Ventrilo, which only has 2 dice in it, and
I have 3 regular die, a hard die, and 2 wiggle die.
in Ventrilo.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, then what does your boom have in it?
5 regular die and 2 hard die.
So they're both 7 dice. Did I count that right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, one of them is 6.
Okay, so you have to roll the one with 6, take a penalty die, and then still get 2 matches to do that. So
That's
that's
fine. Because
hopefully.
I've got 3 wiggle die. No, 2 wiggle die.
Oh
so I
yeah,
can
yeah.
al-
So
like, I can
you're guaranteed to be able
get
to
2
do that.
matches. Yeah.
Great. Okay, great. Then Brian, you're gonna roll brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How does penalty die work?
Are you multi-actioning?
No, I'm
Oh, yeah,
running
yeah.
towards him to pin
Yeah.
him
So
down.
your brawl is what? How many dice?
I have 8 regular and 1 wiggle.
Okay, so you're gonna roll 7 loose dice.
Okay.
And apply your wiggle die.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And you're attacking and defending.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a match this time. 2 matches. Oh shit.
Call that 2 10s and 2 8s, I
Oh,
guess.
I forgot to roll my dice. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Oh, you're waiting for me.
What's happening?
Oh. Okay. Well, that's one roll. The listener may note that I'm rolling dice twice.
But nobody else would note that.
Yeah.
No.
The rest of us are pretending not to know.
I
Players
had
don't get to make that
selective
check.
deafness right when Jason said that. So,
Mm-hmm.
what's up?
All right. So I have a 4 of a kind.
I have a 2 of a kind.
3 of a kind.
3 of a kind and a 2.
Okay, that's good.
I'm gonna squish down and pay 1 willpower,
Okay.
and I have 4 of a kind.
Okay. All right. So you go charging in there, into the woods, out of the woods, into the woods. Yeah, I can't say it and not think it. At home before dark. Okay. Whew.
Nice.
I was
Good.
trying not to.
Sometimes you just gotta let it free, man.
Yeah. So 2 times is like leaning against a tree and like standing. All right. So you're gonna come in and you're just like punching basically.
I'm gonna grapple him down so he cannot move.
Okay,
and
you're
if he
gonna
struggles, he's
grapple
gonna
him.
hurt himself.
Not necessarily to do damage.
Unless he's trying to like get weird with me. I want him to stop moving, and if he resists, I will hurt him.
Okay. No, his role turns out he's just totally doing his power.
Okay.
He's not. He's like just trying to put himself back together. So yeah, you tackle him to the ground, and you've got him wrapped up, and he's like struggling, but he was also distracted.
Okay.
So yeah, you also like. I think there are trees that are ready to fall down in here from like Sapna blasting it, and just a lot of stuff that's going on.
Well, am I able to apply like a sleep hold? Like I want him to not be moving.
I got a sleep hold for him.
You've immobilized him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't have to move to use his power.
Got it. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, you've immobilized him.
Okay.
Chainsaw, what did you have? 2, 3 of a kind?
I have 3 10s and 2 9s.
Okay,
Again.
so 3 10s is probably next. Anybody?
I've just
3 of
got
a
2 of a
kinds?
kind.
You have 2 pairs probably.
I do have 2 pairs. And okay, yes, and this one just goes in normal. Sorry,
Okay.
I had to check.
All right, cool. And you're staying in the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Okay, so I think 3 10s is next.
All right. Take his head off. I mean, not
Okay.
literally, but I'm
All
gonna
right.
punch
Well,
him really
Brian's
hard.
holding him, so it's pretty easy to get there. Don't really want to be super gross.
Splat. That's all you have to
Yeah.
say, right?
Oh,
We cut away to a tree getting splattered.
Yeah.
to a fireplace.
Yeah.
Blood all over it.
Fireplace.
And the
So
fireplace.
cozy.
Blood.
Yeah, I mean, are you literally trying to like destroy his physical form, or are you trying to knock him out?
Brian wants to ask questions, but he's also on Brian's naughty list now.
Mm.
I think Chainsaw plays the superhero game where you knock people out.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. You like just batter
But I know
him,
that he
like-
can come back easy, so I want him really knock him out.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna say you pulled it to do shock damage, because otherwise you really would like take his head off. That's not hard for you to do. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Is what line you're walking up to. So that's fine. Yeah. He just like goes limp in Brian's arms. He's taking a lot of punishment. Okay, 3s of a kind.
I have 2 10s. So
Okay, I have a 3 of a kind I have to deal with.
yeah,
Do
go
it.
for it.
So Sapna, do you have any extra matches that you didn't use?
No.
How about you?
Yes, 2 5s.
That you weren't going to use for anything?
No.
Okay. You feel 2 times arrive.
In my head.
Yes. And no, not in your head. Your Death Rider that tells you 2 times is over there in the woods.
Yeah.
2 times is also up there. In both places.
Fuck.
And you look, because this is so weird, and
Yeah.
I think it happens so fast, Sapna, that you're not going to notice it because you don't have the extra dice. But this person swoops out of the air and like into the trees where you know everybody is.
Yeah.
You guys, do either of you have extra matches that you didn't use?
No.
Nope.
Okay, so before you can really do anything about it, this person, like, they show up in the woods with this, like, sword that comes off their back. It's more like a machete kind of thing, but it is 2 times face, right? Like, you could see him. And he just flew in, like, landed, kind of like sliding on his feet, you know, because he's going so fast. Looks between the two of you, like looks like really fucking confused. And then, and if we need to pull the gore meter, that's fine.
Game of Thrones, amp it up.
Rips out 2 times, like, brainstem. Just like knife hand past, you know, like between the 2 of you. Brian, you're holding him, and he just like pulls out the guy's like brainstem. So, he's still like he's getting ready to leave, but I'm not going to just have him show up, do that, and be able to leave at the same time. Like that was his attack action, was being able to do that. And so it's not like he doesn't like pull his whole spine out of his body.
No,
he
no.
just has like a fist length of spinal column, specifically from right around the base of the skull. And
Don't look at me.
I wasn't looking at you. I just really like those blue lights.
and is getting ready to leave, but also it's just like yanks at it and it's like, who are you? And he's not actually asking that. It's just his whole facial expression is like, what are you doing here? Like, is so weird. And then murder, and is getting ready to leave. So,
Okay.
and also you've communicated with
Green Street.
Green Streak, so we know he's going to declare something this round as well. He gets to declare last because he's real fast. Brian.
And just to be clear, I felt that, right? That was
Yes.
what I felt.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Great.
you hear the death gong.
Great.
When
So
I
now
had
that this has happened, I can see it.
Well, you know that there's a commotion. You know there's like you can hear there's a third person. Well, a fourth technically, but 3. You can hear the mess that is
Hear there-
happening down there.
4, 3 again.
Yeah. Yeah, you know there's somebody there. But it all kind of happened as you were like talking at Green Street. You're like, wait, what? What is happening? And you hear that wet, nasty, just grossness. So, Brian?
Brian's gonna say out loud, assuming Sapna can hear. Dear Sapna, this is Brian with an H. I see another Two-Faced. He's just arrived. I'm going after him.
Sure. Another 2 times, you mean?
Sincerely, love, Brian with an H.
Yeah. Okay. We're at the limit of what one can speak in an action there, but that's fine. We get the spirit of it.
Sign your texts, dude.
So what's your declared action?
I'm gonna go after the second.
Try to-
Full speed to see if I can catch up and.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try to grab him
Yep.
before he goes.
Mhm.
Okay. Chainsaw.
Chainsaw's a little thrown by this, but it's not going to let him get away.
Okay.
I'm going after him.
Two times.
Full offense.
Declares the action of movement and defense. Kit, well, that's fine. We can wait a minute. Well, Sapna, you can declare because Kit won't know what you said. So.
I think this actually, like, snaps Sapna out of this overwhelming battle rage situation. But also, the fuck? So, definitely don't want him to get away, but what kind of, would it be an attack or a useful action if I used my sonic boom to impede his trajectory? Like, take some trees down to make obstacles.
Yeah, if you're not trying to cause harm, we can call it a useful action.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll apply that depending on the speed of it, as an interference. Okay, Kit, what would you like to do?
Oh, geez. Oh, geez.
And you arguably have as much information as everyone, if slightly different context.
Right. Strange information. I honestly, I just want to read this new person who has come on the scene and figure out if it really, because this is weird, if it really is 2 times,
Sure.
Like, is it the signature that I really recognize? I know that I was like, oh, 2 times is here. But
Okay, so you want to do like an in-depth read of who this newcomer is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And Green Streak is going to declare an action of show up and punch 2 times. Because he's been told he's here and is going to do something about it. So.
And I'm twice as right as I was at 1 round ago.
Even more right.
Extra right.
Okay. I'm just going to put this here so I remember that Green Streak's going. Okay, so does everyone know what to roll?
Yep.
Not exactly. Or having fun, maybe? That thing I'm doing.
Am I doing athletics to chase or brawling to tackle?
Brawling to tackle, because
Okay.
you're within, like, if you can go first,
Yeah.
you could grab it.
Okay.
It's just, he's already, like, he showed up in a, like, super speed rate. I should just point that out. Like,
Okay.
he flew in,
Yeah.
was going super fast, and is now trying to leave. Oh, well, okay.
I am going to spend 2 willpower to squish. Also, my dice are mocking me because 3 pairs.
Oh, that's rude.
Jesus.
Disrespectful.
But
Okay.
I'm going to spend the willpower. So that would be. So I get 1. So I'm going to squish to 5. Of kind.
5 of a kind. Okay.
That also actually squishes to 5. It's 5 at 5 of
5 fives. 5 by 5?
Yes.
In the
I just had to do
5 by 5.
Yep.
like up and down math, and I was like, wait, no.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Anyone at 5 of a kind?
No.
Okay. Green Streak is also at 5 of a kind.
Jesus.
Hold on.
But that's what he does. He has some advantages to
Yeah,
go
I'm sure.
first.
I might. I'm gonna pay 1 to squish, and I will have a 5 of a kind.
Nice.
Okay. Of what number?
Of 8.
Okay. I think what did Green Streak had 9s. So
Okay.
um,
Nice.
So we're gonna go with that. Green Streak rushes in. In his experience, he's like, taking in the scene, trying to get a sense of like what's happening. Just viewing the world in slow motion, basically. Does a little lap around the fight scene, like, okay. And then punches this new Green Streak. Sorry, not Green Streak. 2
Oh
times.
no.
There's doubles everywhere.
No. Punches him, and then, careens out of control into like across the street into the other trees. And Brian, you heard and saw like Green Streak was a streak and then hit him and his like wrist, his arm buckled and broke. And then Green Streak was just like, ha, and like lost control and like spun out across the street into the other trees.
Oh my.
As this 2 times just like turned a little bit from the impact. So, yeah.
Okay.
That was 5 of kind 9s. You have 5 8s.
5 8s.
Okay. And you want to tackle, right?
This wasn't an 8, actually.
Okay.
I knocked this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be honest.
Okay.
Like you couldn't have missed
No,
that.
that I knocked. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm brawling to tackle him down, hold him.
Okay. So you have a hold of him, but you're not moving him.
Okay.
So you've grabbed onto him.
Okay.
You could koala bear if you want, but like, it's like you've grabbed a tree.
Okay. So he has like weird density issues going
Or
on. Or
real strong.
Okay.
You know, it's odd.
Okay. I'm gonna stay there and keep a grasp on him.
Okay. As just as a free action, he looks at you and says, "What are you doing here?"
Stopping you.
Okay. That's pretty much just the 2 of you. Well, I guess you would hear it as well, but you don't know who he's talking to. So you hear 2 times say, "What are you doing here?" As whatever scuffle is happening. Well, I guess trees are falling down and you can kind of see the fight scene now. The gore, well, it's dark, but yeah. Actually, yeah, it's really dark. You're out on a mountain road with no street lights. Maybe the
Abandoned gas
headlights.
station, yeah.
Yeah, the headlights are on, not really pointed in the best direction. So, okay, so that was 5 8s. We had another 5 of a kind, 5 5s.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay. For your make a mess of the area, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Create as many obstacles as possible.
Yeah. So yeah, you knock some trees down. Maybe with a little bit of trepidation when you see Green Streak go flying across the street, or no? I mean, he's not in the area that you're blasting now.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I'm like, oh, he's out of the way.
Okay.
Also, we're fucked.
It's not great. It's not great.
I mean, maybe this person doesn't want to fight us. They do seem confused.
So that is our 5 5. You definitely blast all this area. That is going to affect my movement. 4s of a kind. I have 4 of a kind.
10s.
What did I say? I had 4 9s.
10s.
Or no, Green Streak had 4 9s.
Green Streak had 5.
5 9.
Oh yeah, no, this guy has 4 9s. Yeah. Okay. So what do you have?
4 10s.
Oh, okay, that goes
Nice.
first.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
I am trying to knock him out,
Okay.
subdue.
Okay. Does your punch have penetration? I think it does. The
I think
aura
so,
power,
too.
right?
Yeah.
Aura having fun? Yeah, attack, penetration 1. Oh, that's not going to do it. Yeah, okay. You encounter a similar problem. It doesn't really hurt you the way it hurt Green Streak because you're hitting him with your telekinesis.
Mm-hmm.
But you hit him so hard. I don't think you've ever hit something that just didn't give. Right? Like he moves a little bit because physics are in effect. But he and Brian are just like he's, you know, there's furrows where his feet drag through the ground as you hit him that hard and he's like kind of towards the street.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like looking at you like confused as to why you just punched him, but it doesn't.
I'm gonna say, stop!
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or I'll make you stop.
Okay. Any other 4 of a kinds?
I could make mine a 4 of a kind, but I still wouldn't go before this person, I think. So I'm just vibing with my 3 of a kind.
Okay. Okay. So on 4 of a kind, the other 2 times is going to make his movement and launches into the air.
Okay.
With Brian.
Okay.
Whee!
And breaks the sound barrier as he blasts away from you. Just not quite straight up, but kind of northwesterly. in that direction, as far as you can
Like
tell.
a leap,
No. It's not a jump.
not a jump.
No,
How is he
he's
propelling?
flying.
Okay.
Yeah, like a
He flew
Superman
in
fly.
so
And he's in. By the way, for those of you who could see him, he's in this like kind of like black jumpsuit, like superhero outfit.
Yeah.
No cape, no like cowl or anything blocking his face or anything. He's just like, Nick Cage blowing in the wind. No, he doesn't have all the like harness and stuff as much as what the other 2 times had, but he does have this. He has another sword that's still on his back. He has these 2 like kind of like short, fat, almost machete type short swords. He has a pair of pistols, as far as you can, what you're seeing right away, and that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of detail on him. He's just in this all black kind of, like almost like Batman style without the cape and cowl. Does that make sense?
Kind of like less like supervillain, more like superhero garb, or just weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's hero or villain depending on what you do with it.
That's true.
It is all black, which, only the bad guys wear black.
We gotta be svelte.
We would all know, like, 2 times historically hasn't had these kinds of powers,
Certainly not.
right? Okay.
And it's not even been close to a 9 or
Right.
pinnacle level power, which any one of these effects, like the level of invincibility that this guy is showing is like, you move when you get punched, Brian. Like you get knocked over,
yeah.
all that kind of stuff happens. You just
I
don't
just get back
hurt.
up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They're never gonna keep me down.
yeah, right. Okay, so 4 of a kind. This guy, the sound barrier kabooms, and he's up in the night sky.
How far did he go?
At least a kilometer.
Do I not get this read since he's like gone so fast?
How many dice do you have in the power?
I have 617 dice.
7. I think that's at 600 meters. Yeah, you lose track.
Okay, so I don't get that read.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's well, I mean, you did read him
Yeah.
when he was there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just he like flies out of range
Okay.
in like 1 turn.
Gotcha. So it's 2 times.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I see what you're saying, because you got 3 of a kind,
Right, I got
and he
3
got 4 of a
fives.
kind. That's fine. I mean, you got enough of an impression that like that was a Xerox carbon copy of the person you were reading a second ago.
Wild. Anyway.
Okay, so 3s of a kind.
I think I was the only one.
Okay, so everyone's done their stuff? Okay. If we wanted to, well, Brian probably should declare combat action.
Yeah.
Or drop.
Now I'm going to yell into this person's ear. I'm pretty sure I don't need to breathe. Can you say the same? And I'm gonna like try to cover his mouth so that he's not able to breathe.
Okay. Declared action. Chainsaw?
I'm gonna stop and watch him fly away.
Yeah. Going really fast.
Yeah. Skid to a halt, and then look for where Green Streak may be.
Okay. Yeah, we'll probably have to do like a search check. Do you have like scrutiny or perception or something?
Yeah, perception 5 dice, scrutiny 4.
We'll do scrutiny. I think it's the right thing for that. 2 times is going to so his action is he's going to try to shake you off.
Okay.
So it'll be kind of his power versus your. I'm going to have you make like a strength roll. Like, well, you said you're like trying to grab him more. So yeah, that's a good roll off there.
Like a grapple struggle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's gonna like Superman spin. Thank you.
Like a torpedo.
Yes.
Okay, Kit.
Oh, geez. I guess I'm gonna finally get out of the car and run towards the place where the first 2 times was.
Okay, what do you want to do about that? You can get over there easy.
Yeah. I want to see if he's healing.
Will you heal him if he's not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, so it's going to be a power roll for you then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sapna?
I am going to initiate a conversation with 2 times Redux.
Okay. Just with your long distance power?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't really have to roll for that. But we're going to do it at the end of all the rolling because it would take a minute to have that information. So we'll do that last.
That's fine.
Okay. Everyone who needs to roll, let's roll. Well, that's a little better.
It's not.
Sucks to be a doctor.
How does the Hippocratic Oath go? Yeah.
First harm due. Okay, I've got 4 of a kind.
That'll not use your powers last at all of.
Yeah. I've got
It's-
3 of a kind.
Hard to
that's-
not do it.
That's the perfect trope.
That's
Never
true.
doing this again until right now.
I love
no
it.
time
I
to
love
think
it.
about it.
Yeah.
No time to think.
Okay, 4s of a kind.
3.
3. Yeah.
Okay. So he's going to spin
Okay.
real good.
Okay.
Um,
That's a good trick.
yeah. Yeah. So he torpedoes,
Washing
Mm.
machine.
and that's happening before your grab.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna throw you off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I fly off.
Okay. Yeah. We don't really have to worry about you hitting the ground. I'm not worried about that. But
Okay. Well, I am. I don't want to hurt anything on the way down.
oh yeah, you'll just knock some trees down.
Aw.
Oh, sorry, bird.
Yeah. She's like dodge the bird nest and the
Yeah.
It's so dark though.
Mm.
I love the idea of Brian landing in the woods in the dark at night, where is everybody?
Yeah.
I'll just wait here.
Reaches into his back pocket and pulls out a
This is-
torpedo.
This is exactly why Kapakash brought Speedlings with her
Yes,
everywhere she
yes.
went.
Yep.
So smart.
Okay. So the that was 4 of a kind, 3 of a kinds, 10s or what?
3 8s.
Okay, 3/8.
Mhm.
What do you got? Oh, you're healing.
Yeah.
Okay. So to do this, you will need to regrow brainstem.
Okay.
Are you willing to roll your
Yes.
heads up power?
I am.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll that now.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think.
Mm-hmm.
8. 8. 4 tenths.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Can I,
I can-
throw out a metagame idea and feel free to
Please,
X
yeah.
this? Can you try to regrow it without that spot?
Well, here's the thing. Without everything what I was about to offer is that you can grow it back with or without the enhanced brainstem. Because you know what it looks like, and you thought you knew what a brainstem was supposed to look like without that there,
Yeah.
which is what all the books have,
Right.
right? No book has documented this slight bulge in the brainstem. And so you right now have the choice of growing it back with or
Wow.
without his powers.
That's amazing. Oh my god.
And I'm not
What
going to
a
say you can
choice.
choose what powers he gets,
No, yeah.
but you can choose
What a choice.
to restore the brainstem without powers. Sarah is making a roll to help them decide.
I regrow it with the powers.
Okay.
It's not intentional.
Okay.
I mean, like, I know I'm doing it, but it's the only way I can conceptualize
Okay.
it right now.
The idea of growing it back without is just not.
Too many unknowns.
And there's also the like horror of that technically, from my medical understanding of how bodies work, if everyone has power, that's medical harm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it could be interpreted that way.
Yeah.
And like how terrible it would be to be the one person in a world with superpowers when
Yeah.
you don't have them.
Now, I don't know how well I build them back, like to the same
Well, here's
amount.
the thing. With four
mean,
10s, you can decide what he would rank on the test.
Sure. Do I know what his rank was?
Oh, yeah, he was ranked in the, like, 6 point something, between 6 and 7.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take him. I'll take him to 6.
Oh. Okay.
Is that wrong?
I thought you were going to turn him down. Like, style him back down to the minimum.
I mean,
I don't know what to tell you about this man that I'm playing. This person, not a
Yeah.
man, but a person.
this person that you were playing.
It is your choice, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
and your character is aware that they have the choice.
Right.
So I just want that choice to be logged.
Yes.
In the
yes,
record.
Yes. There's so much morality in one little body. Okay.
And you're
Actually,
the one person that really matters to
that
in this
it
group.
really matters to.
What a
Juicy.
difference
Here's-
a few numbers make all of a sudden.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Can I talk this with the table for a bit? Because this is very.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
We talked to Green Streak about 2 times needing to have his powers dampened. That is a conversation that we had. My question that I am asking myself is, would Kit feel like they had the right to be the one to do that? And I'm not sure the answer is yes there. But also, Kit is terrified of being hurt by this person because they were very hurt by this person.
They were
literally
killed.
Literally
Yeah.
killed,
They were
by,
killed
this
by
person.
this person. Yeah.
Also, let me posit something just
Sure.
in terms of morality and
Yeah.
that this person has exhibited like not just an intent to kill, but like a repeated attempt to kill all of us.
That's very true. And
We found him now because he was sniping us again.
yeah. I think that's a really good point. And I
Yeah.
think that they're
And if I may, are you going to, in that moment, looking at that person's face, be in full capacity of your of thinking?
moral judgment and like,
Yeah.
thought process.
Or
yeah.
might there be like a little internal rage that comes up and I'm just throwing out questions
Yeah.
for you to answer for yourself?
Yeah. That's really a really good point.
You gotta do something out of anger.
Or out of fear. I mean, there is like
I think it's fear-based operation
Let
at
it
this
flow
point.
through.
Yeah. I think they're so afraid, and they're torn between this like remembering what happened to them and their oath as a medical doctor. And normally that oath really only translates to like, you save someone's life, they're not gonna you don't know for sure if they're gonna go out and hurt someone. Like, you just do your job and do it to the best of your ability. This is much more complicated.
I mean, you're literally performing a resurrection.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I think they bring him back. Is it possible to do like a 2-5?
Like 2.5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have, with 4 10s, you have 100% precision over
Okay.
what happens next.
Yeah, I think they don't want to make it so that like 2 times has nothing. But I think 2.5 is what they leave it at.
Okay.
Thanks, y'all. Thanks. That was hard. Yeah.
I'm glad we got to. I wasn't sure we would get to this question tonight. so
Yeah.
yeah.
that was great. Okay. So, that was our. I guess we're not really in rounds at this point, right?
Yeah.
Because you're shaking
And
off.
my search attempt 9842. So
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we find. I'm gonna see what y'all do with this because. Brian, all you have to do is say, Sapna, I don't know where I am. However you would
I see
characterize
a
it.
star in the sky. Oh, wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You can hear
Oh,
Brian counting.
This is going
Oh,
to
do
take
I
a
not
while.
get to have that conversation with?
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. So this guy shakes off Brian, and let's do that conversation before anything else. You can feel him rapidly approaching the edge of your range.
I would like to use my expanded range if he went that fast.
He's
I
going
just
that
wanna-
fast. Yep.
Okay. And then, so I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this. As something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, where the hell did you come from?
I don't see why I would answer that.
I don't know, because you bounced in, committed a murder, and are bouncing out? I mean, not that I really fault you for committing a murder.
Don't
That
really
murder.
feel compelled to explain myself to you. And he's like speaking calmly, and you can hear the wind moving past him, and all this. Like he's moving very quickly, but he's just speaking calmly, not out of breath. Not. He doesn't even sound like stressed from having been in a fight, which is something you would be able to pick up in someone's voice. Just like he went out to the supermarket.
Do you still go by two, or do you also go by 2 times?
Who's that?
The guy you just murdered?
Is that what he calls himself here? Wild. What a stupid name.
He spelled it with a Z.
He didn't.
But not what you think.
Well, good luck. And then he's out of range. His good luck was not sincere.
It's not. That guy was a putz.
So,
Cool. I need to know if the movie The One exists in this universe.
everything up until 2013.
2003?
Oh, no, 2003, yeah. Well, yeah, okay, that's worth checking. For reasons.
Who has multiversal travel?
Yep.
Who travels interdimensionally? What the fuck?
What villains have we faced that have had that?
Oh, okay, there we go. Good to know.
So,
I mean, Kit is in the forest with our 2 times, I guess, and has their hand under his neck as it's
that is
being
forming under their hand.
reformed, and just mutters of fuck under their breath because they really meant it when they wanted to not use their powers, and then are just coming into the realization right now that they have in fact used them
And you're not done, right?
and
you're
not done. And I can't stop.
You're
Right.
setting bones
Yeah.
and putting stuff. You're getting the heart going again.
Mm-hmm.
Now you are noticing there is a. It seems heartless to use the word minor here, but there's a minor amount of brain damage in the, I think, frontal lobe is the right thing that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Where it's hard to know how much damage there would be. I mean, it's a functional human being, but it's car accident level of damage.
Sure.
So
With the head heal that I rolled, would I be able to try to?
I would need you to roll again because
Sure, that
you
was
were
just for rebuilding the
reinventing
stem.
medicine. So it is not life threatening, and
Okay.
maybe it's even recoverable, but it is noticeable to you.
Okay. If it's not from this, I think I'm.
I mean, it's from the impact of being thrown against a tree or whatever. Thrown against a
Okay,
Brian.
then yeah, I'm healing it. If it was from us, I'm healing it.
Okay, let's roll.
Dear God, please. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
4.
I'm gonna let you roll, and then I might give you more information as you get in there.
Great. If anyone wants to do anything. Fuck. Okay, 2 5s.
Okay. So this is an area, if I'm thinking of the right thing, I may have named the wrong thing. If I was wrong, then it's not the frontal lobe. But this is the area where like memory and personality live.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get in there with your successful roll, you can tell this is damaged his like sense of like he will probably be somewhat amnesiac.
So that would be like close to the amygdala or the rear left frontal cortex.
Okay,
I'm a
Okay.
psych major.
thank you.
Helpful.
That's super useful. Thank you.
helpful.
So yeah, memory and personality. He will, if you don't do anything, he'll probably not remember who he was. Forever, I don't know, but
I didn't roll this to get more information. I rolled it to fix it. You know?
well, you have the choice.
Yeah, I'm fixing it.
Okay, great. Temporal lobe. That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah. Episodic memory, all that stuff is
Yeah.
what I was trying to get at.
Don't take any of my tone as like, oh, I really don't want to do this. I'm in it, man.
That's
I'm
fine.
here.
That's fine. I love character choices.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what I want to log in there. Okay. So we're out of combat at this point. Whatever you all want to be doing is fine. Green Streak is not initiating it. He's not calling out. He's not making any noise. We just know he disappeared into the trees over there.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, where is everyone? We're all spread across, right?
Yeah, you're kind of right next to the gas station. Brian's out in the woods somewhere. I guess you and Chainsaw are pretty like right next to each other, right? Chainsaw?
I was chasing after him. Oh wait, sorry.
Oh, that's
I was
right.
chasing after him down the road,
Okay.
and then started looking for Green Street because,
No, that's right. You were looking for Green Streak.
no reason I would think that guy's alive.
Yeah. Sapna?
I was in the air.
Yeah.
So,
You want to land?
yes.
Okay, I am going to make you roll the land again. This is the last time I'm going to make you roll for this.
But I get to roll the whole, like,
Yes.
5d6.
Yeah, you get all of your dice. There's no reason not to include your hard dice. A maximum effort landing is great. There's no way you can fail this.
Good. So I've rolled. Okay. Those are dice. Yay.
Great. Okay. Yes, you.
Trolling me.
You. So a pair of tens. Is that okay? Yeah. You just like light as a feather. Well, not quiet as a feather, but light as a feather. Just land.
Quiet as a rave.
Yeah.
This is killing, like, and her soul. This is killing something.
But yeah, you pulse your way down to the ground, land gently, and can figure out what you all want to be doing. You find Green Streak unconscious, and it looks really bad. Like he's not dead, but he has been slammed against a tree, and you can see his back is at like kind of an unnatural angle, like following the contour of the tree.
I immediately start yelling for Kit.
Okay, you don't move him or anything.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna like go next to him and kneel next to him. Like, Kit, Green Streak's hurt. Get over here.
And I hear that, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Now, is 2 times pretty much...
Yeah, he's
Done.
unconscious and essentially recovering. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sweating a little, because that was very difficult.
How much willpower do you have left?
6, I think.
Oh, that's lots.
Yeah, 6.
So much.
I will call out to Sapna at that and say, Sapna? Hello?
Yes.
I need you to come and watch over 2 times.
The silence is deafening in response.
Do you go over there?
Yeah.
Ironically.
Okay.
And just without looking, once Sapna's there, break off into a run.
Sure.
towards-
It's actually not very far because,
Yeah.
like, once he went across the street, he like went between a couple of trees and then hit the next tree.
Yeah.
So that's yeah.
Oh.
And when you get there, it is like
Yeah.
shallow breathing, like unconscious, very broken.
I'm very familiar with these
Yeah.
symptoms. Okay.
I'm holding his hand.
Okay.
Yeah, I just immediately go into work again.
Yeah. Let's roll it.
That's
Is it fair
5
to
and
say you've not worked closely on a pinnacle before?
no, yeah.
Okay.
Of course
Cool.
not. 2 10s.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, right away you are healing the. Oh, right. I was supposed to give you. I always do this wrong, but 10s would have covered whatever the difficulty was. So.
Great.
So yeah, right away you're healing 2 shock and 2 killing to the head, which is the right
Yes.
place to be starting there, and he like blinks like he's probably not supposed to be awake, but whatever his like wild metabolism, he's like wide-eyed and just terrified.
Yeah. I don't put a hand on him because, again, very, very careful. And I just kind of lock eyes with him. And I'm like, you're going to be okay. I've got you. I'm working. Just give me a moment.
Can I see your character sheet?
Absolutely.
I want you to roll something. Because this is a tense situation. I need that bedside manner. Oh, let's roll empathy.
Okay. What's my empathy?
7.
Aw.
Whoa.
I got some good bedside manner.
Yeah, that's not
I
bad.
believe it.
It doesn't have to be an amazing success. We just need something.
Yeah, I've got 2 6s.
Okay, great. So yeah, he hears you. You could just see you could see the whites of his eyes all the way. Like he is
Yeah.
like maximum panic. He's never been hurt this bad in his life, right? But yeah, you are working on putting him back together. Right away, you can tell the difference of like, oh, this is what a pinnacle brainstem looks like. And it is just like, if most people's are between a 2-lane highway and maybe the 405 for
Yeah.
a really healthy, like this is just like the Nile River of like throughput, right?
Yeah, makes
It
sense.
is, and you now know what that looks like. You're like, oh yeah, that is a
makes
theoretical
sense.
maximum. Like you could see like, tissue compliance, tissue pliance, and like you could see why this is the theoretical maximum of what a human could be.
Right.
At.
Almost like there's not really any more room without it starting to cause problems.
Yeah,
that
it
makes
would
sense.
be, yeah.
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
And yeah, it just kind of lets him know that he's awake, so it's going to feel a little strange, but it's all very normal, and just to try to take deep breaths.
Okay. And you're going to have to mix it up with some head trauma as well.
Yeah.
So let's roll that separately.
Every day I roll dice.
All day, every day.
Please God. Okay. 2 10s.
Oh, great.
That was scary. I almost couldn't see a match. I got 2 10s and 2 6s.
Okay, great. Yeah, so you are in the repair zone, putting that together.
I'm gonna be so tired.
Yeah. Chainsaw, you're standing there with them.
I'm like kneeling next to him, holding his hand.
Okay. Sapna, you're with 2 times. Doesn't look like he's about to wake up or anything, but what do you want to do with him?
Oh.
Just so you know what's going through my head right now, so that like podcast listeners don't have to just be like, "What's all this dead?" He was dead,
Yep.
and as far as I can tell, to my incredibly untrained eye, definitely not dead anymore.
Correct.
And I'm trying the balance of like what the fuck just happened with that guy who literally flew off? And also, you know what? He doesn't deserve it. He does not deserve to come out of this completely fucking unscathed.
Mm.
And I really don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks about it. And I'm going to stomp on his hand.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm not actually gonna murder him because, like, that has gone.
Yeah.
Also, I have, like, a theory that
What's
would
that?
mean murdering him is bad. But, but, like,
Does Sapna have that theory?
that's why I asked about
Okay.
the movie.
Okay.
Was like, can Sapna have this theory?
Well, I mean, you could anyway,
Big fan
but
of the one.
I mean, I don't know why I love that movie so much.
I did.
I just loved it
haven't
so
seen
much.
it all.
The tagline should have been, the only person bad enough to kick Jet Li's ass is Jet Li.
Yes.
That should have been the movie's tagline.
But yeah, so it's like you don't get to walk away completely fine.
Yeah.
When I can hear Green Streak over there freaking out and fucked up.
Yeah. We have a line against torture, but I'm comfortable with stomping on the hand, particularly because he's not awake and he's been very badly. It wouldn't be super surprising for him to wake up injured. So I'm okay with this. I just want to check in with the table.
I'm okay as long as that's as far as it
Yeah.
goes. Kind
Yeah,
of thing, you know?
that's the only like it's not a
Yeah. I think that's a pretty defensible, like, I don't think what you're doing is that wild, but I do know that, I just want to respect our space here. So,
no, absolutely. And if he was awake, I wouldn't do it.
yeah.
Like,
It's very fair.
And are you also like getting Brian back to the right place?
yes.
Okay. You
If
can
only
do some
this-
like big jumps to get back quickly.
That would hurt trees. No.
Oh, that's true. It's hard to land properly. Yeah. Okay. So you just hike back.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're talking about. Landing's easy.
I follow Sapna's waypoints.
Yeah. Okay.
Just singing, making my way down.
Yeah. Does Brian know all the words?
Probably Joe doesn't, but Brian does.
Sure. Yeah. That's fine. That's
Good,
fine.
good.
Okay. So we've got. Let's pick up to. Rose shows up to pick up Green Streak.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to go to the hospital. When you're done putting him back together, he's like, no, I gotta get home and find out who this guy is. Like, this is bad. Thank you. I
Yeah,
owe
maybe
you.
take a few hours at least. It doesn't feel good.
That's an eternity to me. I can't. I'm fine.
2 times is too dangerous to be left alone.
I agree.
Well, now, hang on a second. Before you go anywhere, we had 2 times here. You said 2 times was in the hospital being under surveillance. And I was thinking he escaped, but then another 2 times showed up and hurt this one who is still...
Yeah, I don't have an
Yes.
explanation for that yet either. There's no record of him being a twin,
Yeah.
so maybe he kept that under wraps somehow.
That one
Or-
didn't know this one.
I hit him hard enough.
Wait, the new one didn't know the old one.
Well, he didn't know what he was going by anyway.
Huh.
And this one has powers that our 2 times doesn't have. It's rare that I'm not able to subdue somebody.
Yeah. And now I'm wondering if the one that we took down is the same one that was in the hospital.
Well, okay, so Rose is able to let you know that he did break out. When they were calling to let them know that he had the ability to do his power by range, he had, there was not quite enough communication there, and he was, in the process of escaping. So that was, yeah.
Y'all are so bad at this.
government facility.
It was Seattle Turtle. So we're gonna give him back to you and rinse and repeat. In 3 days, he's gonna show up and try to murder us all again.
No, he'll be remanded to the power dampening facility at this point. So it'll be, it's the maximum punishment that anyone can. I don't know why they didn't put him there in the first place. So.
How low will they put his powers?
Well, most people operate at a 1 or less in there. Like Pinnacles have been known to operate at the level of a 2. So that's.
Oh, so they don't know, they can't control when they dampen it, how far it goes down.
No, it's the facility has some kind of technology that dampens all powers in the area, and most of the people there are already 0s and 1s who don't mind. So.
Okay.
So, yeah, he'll be headed there directly.
Good.
All right. Well, maybe go to that massage guy.
Yeah. There's a lot to do. Anyway, let me know if you decide anything about our offer. Seems more important than ever, but I know you got a lot going on. So, yeah, I got to get going. So just, you have my number. Call me if you have any questions. And they, oh, you know what? They're waiting because there's like, like villain remanding, like that process. There's like a helicopter coming to like chain this guy and like get him to where he needs to be. So, they're Green Streak and Rose are going to wait for that pickup. And they're, like, if you don't want to be here when that happens, that's okay. Like, you can be on your way. But they're just going to wait here at the crime scene. And
Is this 2 times conscious?
not really, no.
Yeah, no, we should get out of here. I think we have some things to talk about.
This is the second time he's come after one of us. We need to know why.
I mean, I assume because you foiled his plan to get at me? I don't know.
You know what? They can ask when he is in the power dampening facility.
Yeah, he'll be interrogated thoroughly. We'll find out everything he knows.
We have to. This can't happen again.
I agree.
Okay, goodbye. Kid says that and then like walks to the car.
Yeah. Walk back to your car. You can see the like grip prints on the side of the hood. Oh man.
Aw, dang it, my car.
It's functional.
It's still fine. It's fun personality.
It's got character.
Oh, look. There's a cute little piggy.
And there's a piggy just waiting politely in the back, like
I was like designing in my head. He has this like little harness that clips into the center seat
oh yeah.
belt in the back seat so that he's always like secure, but it's also a little like it gives a little.
Yeah, my dog has one of those. Okay. So we're back on the road?
We are on the road.
Okay.
Kid, I just want to ask you.
What
Is this
did you
in the car
do?
ride? Okay.
Yeah. What did you do?
Did you make him more powerful when you healed him?
No. No, I didn't do that.
He was dead. I watched a guy yank out his brainstem.
I mean, he got better from being dead before. But it's obvious that you helped him along.
He wasn't coming back. I don't know if anyone can come back from that. And I can't just leave someone in front of me dead. I didn't make him stronger.
Are you sure? Because the conversation that we were having before all of this started is you said you didn't know that their powers weren't working the way you thought they were.
Kit, we're on this like long
Yeah.
stretch of road that is just
Probably
empty.
a couple hours of driving still.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kit pulls over to the shoulder again and stops the car so that they can look at Sapna and says, if I can't tell you something, do you still trust me when I say I know that I didn't make him stronger?
This time. Yes.
I'm sorry. I had to.
I can't say you made the wrong decision. I understand. I'm not sure about bringing people back from the dead, though.
I mean, that searching God complex was about to come out eventually.
But I don't think you were wrong to do it.
I mean, this is the whole thing, right? If you can, isn't it wrong to not?
I mean, that is major philosophy.
I mean, on the flip side of that, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I think I really want to be home.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
On a seemingly completely unrelated
I
note,
love it.
have any of y'all seen The One?
It's a particular favorite of mine.
I
Oh, you weren't asking
was-
out of character.
In
No,
character.
in character.
no, I don't think I've seen that one.
Which one?
Take that as a no.
I haven't seen it, so I can't have Kit speak to it, but I feel like I should say that Kit has seen this movie.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'm not entirely sure Chainsaw hasn't seen it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's this 2001 action film, PG-13.
Yeah. Jet Li versus Jet Li.
Yep,
Amazing.
I remember that being a thing.
it was fun. I mean, it's like
amazing.
not a very good movie, but a fun movie.
No, it was right there, like in the sweet spot of the, like they were putting out so many Western martial arts movies.
Yes.
With a bunch of like East Asian stars. So Jet Li got really, really popular at the time. I mean, Jackie Chan obviously like had his heyday around then.
Mm-hmm.
But like it was also when Jet Li was doing all the like kind of black versus Asian
Yeah.
gangster, like Romeo and Juliet,
Yeah.
like Romeo must die,
Yeah.
like that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So it was like, so a lot of that sketchy because of the stereotyping.
Yeah.
But like it was a whole thing, and out of all of these movies, I feel like the one epitomizes like just the most tropes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In like a really fun, self-aware way, I thought. But anyway, let's put that aside for a second. We get back into town. You drop off. Now you two live in the same building, right? We drop Brian off.
How close is it to dawn before we get into the city?
Oh, it's a few hours to go. Still.
I'm
we
gonna
get
get
back
out of
at
the
like
car and
3 a.m.
run because I think I'm faster.
Okay.
Like a few miles out of town. I'm like, I have to go.
Okay.
I'll meet you in town.
Still only 2 a.m.
Yeah. But that's fine.
Love that.
Yeah. Brian bails out and runs to where he needs to be.
You yell after him as he's.
Now you live in a different building.
Yeah.
Okay, so we drop off Chainsaw, right, and the motorcycle and unhitch everything, and you two get back to your building, and it's about. Now we established you live right across the street from the park, right, the lake, so that's fine. I mean it's Seattle, but I'm picturing this very like short walk up, like New York kind of, because it's a superhero show. And this like little 6-story apartment building. There's still some like tape up on the roof about, like, hey, we're doing reconstruction stuff because something happened. You pull up out front and you're, getting your duffel bags out or whatever. And you hear something. I think you hear at first kind of a muffled gasp of surprise and excitement, and the phrase, I think that's them. That's them. And it draws your attention. It's not the first time you've seen a tent in the park. It's not legal, but that's fine. People do what they got to do. And there's a tent across the street, and 2 people get out of it. Kit, you recognize one of them. This woman was like 50-ish, kind of mousy brown hair, long wavy brown hair, and a mini-me version of her, not literally, but like her daughter looks so much like her that it's like,
Cute.
yep, we know where she came from. And they they stand up out of the tent, and they're just standing there holding hands, watching the 2 of you get out of your car.
Do I notice or does
Oh
just
yeah,
Sapna?
yeah. I mean, once they get out of the tent, you look like it's really obvious. Like you won't forget her face for the rest of your life.
Kit turns like right around and just like starts heading for the apartment.
You hear this? Thank you.
Just like puts a thumbs up behind.
Okay, Sapna.
Just look at Kit, look at them.
I think maybe Kit would miss this, but Sapna, there's like some kind of wilty looking, like a bouquet of flowers on to the side of the security door.
Just like pointing at them, pointing at the flowers.
Cool. Picks them up.
Yep, there's a little card in there.
What's it say?
It's a thank you note, right? That is articulating Doreen's appreciation for everything you did for her, and if you're willing, she's hoping you can give her daughter the kind of shot at a life that she never had, and they're willing to wait and pay.
Oh no. Wow.
Kit stares at the card for a second and then like wordlessly hands it over to Sapna to read.
Take it. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. See?
Ooh. Oh. So exhausted. It has been a really long night and day, and everything fucking sucks. And this is... Oh no. I'm gonna go to Doreen and her kid.
Yeah, her eyes get real wide, and she's like,
Do you have any clue? No, obviously you don't, because I don't believe that you were born with any clues and then you didn't obtain any as you got any older. What you're doing is going to hurt them. It hurts them. And you need to stop.
okay.
If you tell anyone, I'll know.
We're not the only ones who know.
Who the fuck did you already tell?
Well, I mean, we tagged them in it.
Get away from me. Get away from them.
I mean,
And make sure
the
that
park.
I never, ever see you again.
So Doreen like kind of moves her daughter around behind her and says, "Look, this is the park. You can't tell me to leave the park. I'm not here for you."
No, you're here to hurt a person I care about. And the snowball that you started,
I'm not going to hurt them. I would do anything for them. Anything.
you already have. Get out.
No. And she says, get in the tent, honey.
I... Tell me if I'm crossing the line here. But in the same way that, like, okay, but this is what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna think it different because the other thing crosses the line for me,
Okay.
it turns out.
I will say you could hear a pin drop in the studio right now.
Mm.
Jesus.
That's like, I'm going to lash out, but not at full capacity, and just like try to fling her back into the lake.
Oh, okay.
I just need her to be out of my fucking sight right now.
Okay. Yeah, let's roll that. You're leaving out the hard dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pair of fours.
Okay. Yeah, you send her out over the path, splashes into the water. Her daughter screams, "Mommy!" and like runs over there. It's a pretty piercing scream, but
I think Kit does run over at that and goes, "What? What are you doing?"
Might want to check your socials.
I do that.
okay. So they had there's like an Instagram series that's going, and they had like not added you, but it created a hashtag, and you realize you'd kind of like put Ash on like no alerts because they'll like send you memes, and it's just a lot.
I think I'm going to give Kit a personality trait that I have actually, which is they have notifications off for all socials.
Okay, okay, great.
And they only see them if they click into the app.
All right. So Ash has been sending you like, "Hey, have you seen this? You know what this is about? Like, what's going on?" And there is crap. I hadn't decided what the hashtag was. I didn't know we were going to get to this today. but there is a hashtag that is like Kit the Redeemer.
Oh, Jesus.
And people are going back and forth about whether this woman's lying and why would she think this, and and she's like posting her like test results, and just she's got a couple hundred people following this account that she made, but she's trying to get she thinks she is like honoring you with the respect that you deserve and the attention that you deserve, and that you should be mayor and you should be like that's what she's getting at, right? Is that it's a whole take.
Kid is also so tired. Their face kind of drains of color. I do like Pumped Up Kit.
Yeah, that's
great.
pretty good. What's that from?
Pumped Up Kicks is a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best I was coming up with was Kit Bash.
Kit
That's
Bash.
pretty good.
The kit's out of the bag now.
Yeah.
Rushes over to where this woman has been thrown into the lake now. Was just going to ignore, hoping that the problem went away, which is the best way to solve your problems. And
Yeah, the little girl is so distraught on the edge, like she's like on the rocks, kind of like not jumping in, but like, and mom is like kind of dog paddling over, doesn't really notice that you're there yet. She's just like trying to get back to the edge of the lake. She's not drowning or anything.
yeah. I'm sorry, first of all. I'm so sorry for my...
She realizes that you're there, right? Her eyes get wide when she realizes who it is. She's like, oh no, it's all right. Should I stay here? In the water, she means.
No, please get out.
Okay. And then she's like swims really hard to get to the edge of the lake faster.
And then once she gets out, I'll hold out my phone and say, please delete this.
Well, I didn't make it.
What do you mean? Didn't you make this account or?
Well, no, some of the people I told about, I don't really know how to use Instagram. But I know some people who, like, people they heard about what happened and they wanted to meet you. I'm really sorry. I mean, I could help organize them if that's helpful. Like, so they don't all show up at the same time or, anything. And by the way, she starts, not an aggressive, it's like she's steaming, right? Like all the water's coming out of her clothes. But that by itself is such a like wild display of control. Like it's a pretty unusual.
That's some fire bending.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
You too. Oh my gosh, thank you.
And just kind of dazed walks back to the apartment. Yeah.
And you hear the little girl say, "They said we should have a good day, Mom."
Tight.
So.
Yeah, just kind of like walks past Sapna and just quietly goes into the apartment building.
Okay. Everyone going upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. At this point, it's like stare daggers at the woman on my way up.
Yep. Might be a good place to call it for today.
Yeah,
I think it is.
feel
I
like
think
it.
it is. Like I can't even say anything.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think I walk straight past your door and I'm just like, I fucking hate being so fucking right.
All right.
Cut to black.
Yep. Roll credits. Thank you everyone for joining us. This has been session 5 of Pinnacles. aka the Kit Bash, the Cult of Kit, the Pumped Up Kit story. Which I just want to go make a fake Instagram tonight.
Pick up your power kits today.
Yeah. But thank you for joining us. This is a blast. If you want to find previous episodes, you can go to happyjacks.org/shows or specifically /Pinnacles for the YouTube stream, the podcast, everything, whatever you want. It's there. Thank you so much to our chat mods who make this possible. Really appreciate you. James V and everybody who does this for us is just, they're superstars, and we can't do it without them. Also, thank you to our Patreons who make this possible. Without all the extra ads or commitments or any of that stuff, we're just a bunch of friends having a good time. So really grateful to get to do that. That is pretty much it for that.
James reminded advice show later tonight.
Oh, yes.
New nights.
New
Yeah,
schedule.
nice for advice show.
The advice show comes on right after this show. Well, like 2 hours later. So go take a break, do whatever you got to do, and come back at 7 for the brand new advice show, which you can watch only now or later. Those are the only two options to watch our shows. So that is a strict rule.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Couldn't watch it previously.
I mean,
Right. So
I feel like people should be allowed to watch whenever they want, but
Joe.
you know.
now you have to say
Tell
who you
the
are
people.
first. You've gotten the
Bring
teacher's
the
attention.
Hello, everybody. I am the troublemaker, Joe, the bad boy of the group. You
Yes,
all knew
yeah,
that.
that's how we all
you,
think
you
of
know,
you.
you knew when you got me on the cast. You can follow me. Actually, don't. That's a bit creepy, but you can add me as a friend on social media. You can find me at joekou.card.co. That's CARRD.co.
All right.
It's me, Sarah, the what's the word? Sympathetic antagonist. You can find me on the internet pretty much anywhere as Sarah is Coffee, except for Instagram, but not where you think it is. And you also can find me on the most recent episode of the Eldritch Lorecast if you want to go listen. My co-community manager, Latia, and I were on there. It was really fun.
Cool.
So,
Hi, I am Pooja. You can find me on the internet as Forgotten Saves, posting pictures of my cats.
Yep.
And I suppose other things, but mainly it's cats. Like, just
The important stuff.
the important thing is always the cats.
Yep.
I'm Enge, I'm the cute one, and you can find me online at John Enge. That's JONENGE.
And my name's Jason. I think I forgot to say that at the end there. You can follow me online at It's Probably Okay on Twitch and Twitter. That's just the letters O and K at the end of that, not OKAY, which turned out to be confusing for some people. But I stream there Wednesdays and Fridays. Fridays are with our mutual friend Sam Delev. We've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 lately, so that's fun. My Wednesday stream is called On Wednesdays We Wear Death. I like to play games that are hard and I die a lot. So I've been playing Diablo 4.
yeah, that's about right.
Fits the bill. So that's what I've been up to lately, and you can find me there. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Really look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.